cool. John Mulaney just dropped some huge news for his hometown. He is going to be taking over Wrigley Field. The comic will be the first comedian ever to headline the historic ballpark where legends like Pearl Jam and Paul McCartney have played. The big night is locked in for July 11th, right in the heart of Cubs country. Mulaney revealed the gig mid-game during the Cubs against Mets matchup, saying if Mark Grace could come out there every day and just deliver while ripping cigarettes, I can face down this crowd, too. What does that mean about the cigarettes?
Grace would smoke in between innings.
No kidding.
Kind of like John Kruk did.
Okay.
Mark Grace was a first baseman for the Cubs for a long time.
The announcement comes as his comedy tour rolls on with stops in Boston, North Carolina, Vegas, Detroit, Cleveland, and Dallas. But for a hometown guy in Chicago to play Wrigley Field, it's a dream.
He's going to do great. He played Radio City Music Hall. Not that that's a stadium, but it can be done. Kevin Hart did the link.
Yeah.
With the technology now.
Oh, yeah.
You can foster that intimacy that these guys can feed off of.
Yeah, and he'll be in a safe space.
Yes.
People love him.
They love
him. That's a cool thing for him. Elliot Page and Julia Shiplett made their red carpet debut at Milan Fashion Week, attending Gucci's premiere of the short film The Tiger. The pair both wore striped outfits, maybe for the tiger. No,
that makes sense.
With
and this
Paige,
is about Tony the Tiger, right?
I don't know. I just know it's called The Tiger.
Right.
With Paige in a black suit and Shiplett in a green silk Gucci dress. Their relationship first seemed to be Instagram official in June during Pride Month when Paige shared a photo of them together. And Shiplett posted a video of him with the caption, "Happy Pride," they wrote. Paige was previously married to Emma Portner, with the two divorcing in 2021 after 3 years. So, new person and Insta official.
And a new Tony the Tiger movie.
Emma Watson is finally opening up about her 6-month driving ban, and she's taking it all in stride. She said the speeding incident quickly spiraled out of control in the tabloids, and she said, I was getting phone calls like it's on the BBC. It was an international, worldwide news story, and I'm like, my shame, it's everywhere.
If you remember the initial crime, she had purchased a car that was the Dukes of Hazzard.
The General Lee?
The General Lee.
Okay.
And she jumped through a barn.
Wow.
And and they caught a lot of attention.
So the 2024 speeding ticket combined with points already on her license led a UK court suspending her from driving back in July for 6 months and fining her the equivalent of $1,396. Watson explained that she never got much practice behind the wheel during her acting career since studios wouldn't insure her to drive to set.
Yeah,
and
I
that
can
meant
see that.
learning to drive more seriously only came later, which she calls one of those awkward transitions. And she said, I went from basically only driving myself on weekends to when I became a student, driving myself all the time. I did not have the experience or skill clearly, which I now will and do. She said, on a movie set, I'm able to do all these extremely complex things, stunts, sing, dance, and then I get home and I'm like, you don't seem to be able to do some basic life things. She said, it's been humbling, but she's taking it in stride.
So years ago, through a collection of friends, I befriended a legendary, the Gary Larson of another generation. Gan Wilson was his name.
Okay.
And he used to do comics for the New Yorker and Playboy magazine and everything. It was just terrific. One panel, a lot of stuff. He had been living in the city. He was the kind of guy who got a lot of limo stuff. And then he moved out to the Hamptons, and he asked me if I could help teach him drive.
Wow.
That I could teach him to drive.
Goodness.
And I did. And he took his license test. Preston, he had to be 78.
Wow.
79.
Okay.
Yeah.
I remember there was a documentary that Stuart Copeland did, and in it, it was in the height of the police fame. He goes, and one day I realized I haven't driven a car in 3 years.
Wow. Yeah.
Like, wow. Yeah, I didn't think about that.
So I was wondering why Emma Watson was doing an interview, because she's not really promoting anything. I guess she just went on some dude's podcast, but she hasn't really acted since 2019. She was in a short that came out in 2022 called Prada Paradox, but there's not a whole lot to that. She was in Little Women and played Meg, but she's not done anything since.
She was in that, it sort of bombed. It was that Tom Hanks movie. It was about the
Circle.
Yeah, The Circle.
Yeah, that was 2017, Steve.
So I know that she, obviously focused on her education, and she's a supporter of women's rights and things like that, and she gets behind causes and stuff. So maybe she's been busy just focusing on that in her life. So here's the story. William Shatner was rushed to the hospital after he experienced a medical emergency on Wednesday afternoon. Shatner, who is 94, had an issue with his blood sugar while at his Los Angeles home. He was hospitalized. The actor was the one that made the calls to emergency medical services after realizing something was wrong. An ambulance was sent to his home as a precaution. He was then taken to a hospital for evaluation where he's doing good and resting comfortably.
He apparently was delirious, Preston. We have some audio. So clearly his blood
maybe
sugar
a UTI
dropped.
or something.
Yeah.
So the Hollywood legend has been open about his ongoing health issues throughout his acting career. In March of last year, he revealed that he had been diagnosed with and treated for stage 4 melanoma, of course, an advanced and aggressive form of skin cancer that spreads to other parts of the body. But it seems like they have that under control. At least that's what I've heard.
He defies the laws of science. He is as sharp as can possibly be. He does that show. It's kind of like it's not Ancient Aliens, but it's All Things Weird.
Right.
Yeah.
And he's just, his voice is there. Everything is there. It's just, we should all be so lucky.
He went at 90. He went up and blew that Blue Origin rocket,
the blue penis.
Yeah, so the dude is dude's incredibly active. So, Kate Gosselin, we mentioned yesterday that she's dating again, but declined to share who in a video. Now sources have found out that her secret boyfriend is in fact her former bodyguard, a guy named Steve Nealon. Neal first began working for Kate in 2008. And though rumors of an affair swirled at the time, she denied them, calling tabloids scary for creating false stories. She previously shared on TikTok that she's been in a relationship for a little over a year, though, but she said that he doesn't really like to be on TikTok.
That's weird.
Yeah, isn't that weird? The pair have been photographed together for years, and he is now divorced and left the security business in 2019. So that's who it is.
I wonder, over the course of the years of entertainment and the entertainment business, how many actresses have fallen in love with their bodyguards?
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah. It's gotta
They
happen.
made a movie out of it.
They did. Wayne Gretzky once said, you miss 100% of the shots you don't take, and it's a thought that college student Cole Smith has apparently taken to heart. After seeing Keke Palmer get flirty with host Sean Evans on Hot Ones, Smith thought that it was time to enter the chat. So in a TikTok video, he spelled out why he was worth the actress looking up. He said, I'm throwing my hat in the ring. And he said, sure. Evans is a great guy, but wouldn't you rather be with a college student that forgot to shave this morning? I mean, look at that scruff. And he definitely gave his bit a comedic angle, and it worked to an extent, because days later, Palmer herself responded with a video of her own, and she said, how you doing, young man? And she said, I heard all the nice things you said about me, and you're so bold for doing so. She brought up the 11-year age gap between the two of them, finishing with, the point is, while I'm open for a little swirl or two, the truth is I'm not ready to be a cougar. She said, I'm not ready just yet, but if I was, you'd be the first one that I was calling. Smith was floored. He actually got a response telling People magazine that started freaking out. Miss Palmer is a legend for responding. Go see her new movie. So that was pretty cool.
I like her
to
a
get
lot.
back to him. Yeah.
She's actually very funny. She had a great SNL hosting segment. It was terrific.
Yep. So Lisa Rinna is ready to tell all. The reality stars announced her upcoming book called You Better Believe I'm Going to Talk About It.
A real page turner.
While she has authored books before, this is her first memoir. The Real Housewives of Beverly Hills star told People magazine, I don't know if everyone is ready for all of the truth I am unfolding in this book, but I was certainly ready to tell it. The book will be available everywhere, coming out on February 24th.
So right now, Charlie Sheen's, which I'm listening to on Audible, that's packed.
Yeah.
If you want these things to sell, you've got to, have a lot of stuff.
Yeah, absolutely.
I think she'd probably have a lot of stuff.
Yeah, it's not like, and then this morning I had oatmeal.
Right, yeah.
Instead of a waffle.
Intentional or not, when a star goes out without an engagement ring or wedding band, where there usually is one fan's notice, rumors start. So Stanley Tucci cranked up a new rumor mill when he was spotted out and about without his usual wedding band on. He was photographed with his brother-in-law, John Krasinski, at the Regal Union Square Cinema in New York this weekend, and fans immediately noticed the absence of a wedding band. He's been married to Felicity Blunt, who is the sister of course, Emily Blunt, since 2012. So no comment so far. We don't know if it was just an oversight or if there's trouble in paradise.
I don't wear. Do you wear?
No, but he usually does.
Right.
So it's like one of those.
I'm just not a ring person.
Me either.
They always get caught on things. Yeah.
I told Rochelle used to give me a hard time about it.
Yeah.
I'm like, you want me to wear a necklace that says I'm married?
Yeah.
I'll do it.
Yeah,
okay.
yeah.
You want me to put on a bracelet that says, hey, gals, off the market.
Hands off.
I will do that.
Yeah.
I'm
Absolutely.
just not a ring wearer. I never
Yeah.
have
How long
been
did it
my
last,
entire
do
life.
you think?
That I wore one?
Yeah.
A couple of years.
Okay.
And then I lost that one, and then I got another one, and I lost that one.
I love my ring. I have it, but I mean, the first version that I had of it was a clada, and I love the clada symbol. At the bottom part of the pointy part of
Yeah.
the heart would always dig into my finger.
Right.
I had to take mine off when I had gained all that weight, and that was just the only reason. I just got too fat for it.
Right.
Yep. What about you, Nick? You're not a ring wearer either.
No,
right?
I got a Star Wars one for my
Star Wars one.
I have it somewhere at home, which I thought was really appropriate. And it's a
awesome.
rubber. Rubber is not the right word, but
I know what you're talking about.
like a
silicone or
yeah,
whatever.
silicone, right, yeah.
That's it.
And so my wife gave that to me. After we got married, it was sort of a gag gift or whatever. But on the inside, in the Star Wars language, I think it's called Arabish or whatever.
Yeah.
It says on one side it says "I love you," and on the other side it says "I know."
I know.
Oh,
that's great.
excellent.
And I was like, all right, that's pretty badass.
I like that.
Yeah.
I like it.
I like Marissa's idea, the tattoo ring.
Tattoo.
Yeah, Marissa's done the tattoo.
Yeah, Matt doesn't like it because mine's on the inside of my finger and his is on the outside. But yeah, it just never goes away.
There you go. So, Alyssa Milano went under the knife this week to, as she says, reclaim her authentic self. She posted a photo of her in the hospital in a gown on Instagram yesterday, and the caption began saying, "Today I'm releasing those false narratives, the part of me that were never actually parts of me." She was talking about her breast implants.
She had her breast implants removed.
Yeah. She had put them in over 30 years ago. And she says, today I am loved, I am feminine, I am attractive, I am successful, none of that because of my implants.
How long do they normally last?
I was wondering the same thing, too.
I think like 20 years is like the average, right?
Well, something along the lines, there's a point in time where you should get them either taken out or get new ones put in. But at some point, I mean, I would think almost any woman is, if you get up into your 70s and 80s, you probably are getting rid of those, I'm thinking. But it's really invasive, you know.
I wonder how the body, this is my medical degree talking,
Right.
sometimes you'll get things and naturally your body expels them because it's a foreign thing. It'll happen with body piercings.
Yeah.
Typically 10 to 20 years.
Okay.
So I guess it depends on the person, the body type, the age, and also the type of implant. So saline versus silicone, it's different lengths
How's
of time.
balsa wood?
Balsa wood does not, I don't think they do that as common as they used to.
It's light,
Yeah.
Yeah.
but
malleable.
It's still
You ever see the outtakes from Anchorman? where
Nichols?
the- Nichols.
Yeah.
Nichols.
Taco meat.
Yeah. Pudding. I hear they're using pudding now. You just hear
if
Adam
you-
McKay in the background
Yelling out things.
telling Paul Rudd to say things, and when he goes a bag of nickels, Paul Rudd just loses it.
Will Ferrell goes, if you want a heavier breast.
Yeah. When they go jogging, they hit the lady in the
fantastic.
face.
All right, a couple other stories. Denis Villeneuve will be searching for the next James Bond after finishing Dune Part 3, with producers reportedly seeking a fresh face from the British Isles in his late 20s or early 30s.
I know who'd be perfect.
Who?
Haley Joel Osment.
Oh, okay. Well, no. It seems to point to, too many people know who he is. It seems to point to rumors of American actors like Glenn Powell going out the door. Sources apparently told Deadline that The goal is to cast an unknown who fits Ian Fleming's vision of Bond as a lethal but unremarkable man rather than big names like Tom Hardy or Henry Cavill.
I'm down with that. If you want to put the stamp on somebody we don't know, I would really like a return to the way Ian Fleming originally described Bond. There was a entertainer named Hoagie Carmichael at the time who had sort of, more arch features, but he always described him as a blunt instrument. He incorporated a lot of what Sean Connery was into subsequent stories about Bond because he fell in love with that deal. But if this is the way they're going, and with what he did with Dune, I'm very excited.
Screenwriter Stephen Knight is apparently drawing inspiration from Fleming's earliest novels, aiming for a rugged Bond who looks like he could kill you with his bare hands in a moment.
That's what it's supposed to be.
The film, reportedly expected to release in 2028, will seemingly feature a new Bond, a new start, and a fresh everything.
So classically described, the character should be a combination of the great old actor, British actor George Sanders, and a booger.
We've got Bush.
That's I'm not familiar with the first guy, but I know Booger well.
Yeah.
I mean, Curtis Armstrong's probably available.
Yeah.
He could do
I
it.
believe I see Bush.
Yeah. So
We've got Bush. We've got Bush.
the name is Bush.
Booger Bush.
So Booger
It's
Bush.
Booger Presley, actually.
Is it? I love it.
Yeah.
Oh,
We got
Booger
Booger Presley on the mean guitar. And it rapped by little old me Lamar. We got Hitachi beating on the gong. And the boys and the moves will be clapping along.
I'm so glad you knew his last name.
Presley.
Well, it's because he was dressed as Elvis in this.
Oh, that's right. Oh. So is that not really his last name?
I don't think
I don't
so.
think he has
No,
one.
it's Booger Bush.
No, it's. Oh, no, it's not. I was thinking of his character from Better Off Dead,
Charles DeMar.
Charles DeMar. But he was Dudley in another movie. That was One Crazy Summer, I think.
Okay, yeah.
Anyhow, enough about Booger and Curtis Armstrong.
It's all from Revenge of the Nerds, if you're unfamiliar.
Nate Bargatze turned heads at the Emmys when the comedy bit accidentally became a $250,000 donation to the Boys and Girls Club of America. Now, he admitted and said, I wasn't going to give that money at the end. Like, I wasn't thinking I was going to have to, but the way it went, I was like, I'm not going to not.
Yeah.
The gag had him pledging $100,000 up front, then adding or subtracting $1,000 depending on how long winners' speeches ran. Trouble is that the tally landed deep in the red. He said, I thought it was going to be, I don't know, Netflix or Apple donating, saying that he wished that he'd explained the bit better. And he revealed, I almost sent an email out. Still, CBS loved it. And fans at home laughed, and Bargatze walked away looking both funny and generous. $250,000 donation to Boys and Girls Club of America. All right, and then one last thing. Netflix has released some behind-the-scenes footage of the Stranger Things cast, past and present, and in doing so also gave some glimpses of what fans can expect in the upcoming 5th season. Previously unseen footage includes clips of Eleven and Hopper visiting the Upside Down while Lucas helps to hide the still hospitalized Max from a Demogorgon. Meanwhile, Mike and Joyce protect a group of children against an unknown entity as Nancy and Jonathan load up shotguns for the fight ahead. The final season of Stranger Things will stream in parts. The first volume drops November 26th at 5 p.m. Pacific time, that is. Second volume follows on Christmas Day, and then the finale will drop on its own New Year's Eve.
It's so crazy to watch them as little kids.
Yeah.
And now they're adults. There's nothing about all the seasons of this series that I don't really love.
Yeah.
Right down to every time you play the music.
Yep.
Now, mind you, of course, they stole it from the Noticer, but
Yeah, I know. Let's keep that in mind.
yeah.
But no, it does. Whenever that intro comes up, I'm just like, yes, here we go. All right, ready for some clips. The Strangers series continues with a couple being terrorized by 3 masked strangers when their car breaks down. And here, Madeline Pesh talks about the importance of the family's mystery.
I promise you, I will never ruin what makes the strangers scary, which is giving them a why. Giving you a why, a reason, who they are. Like, all we're doing here is just peeking the curtain behind those characters. I would not allow that to happen.
Shut up, dummy.
The Strangers, Chapter 2, hits theaters tomorrow.
So, Preston, she is the redhead from Riverdale.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, and
Okay,
she's
I
actually a
remember her.
very good actress.
All right, next clip. Here we go. One battle after another follows a group of ex-revolutionaries who reunite to rescue the daughter of one of their own. Here, Leonardo DiCaprio shares his process in choosing roles.
We get to play these characters, talk about different subject matters, and it's our way of shining a light on humanity, about subject matters. We're blessed to be able to do that, in this country, because a lot of places don't have that. I'm always searching for a movie that doesn't necessarily have meaning, but is thought-provoking, that holds a mirror up to who we are as a society.
So Advanced Word is really good on this?
That's the word.
Yeah.
And you hope it's not just hyperbole and hype in advance, but they're saying it's going to have sort of a Pulp Fiction-like feel to it.
One battle after another opens tomorrow, by the way. All right, and there you go. Your entertainment report for today. We will take ourselves a break. We'll come back in a moment. Mr. Kevin Nealon will be in our studio today. He's stopping in around 9 o'clock. He's going to be at Helium Comedy Club tonight, tomorrow, Saturday. So looking forward to spending a little bit of time with him. We have a few other things we're going to get to as well. We'll take a break and spell it all out for you. Stay with us.
I'm doing well.
You drink a lot of bananas?
Well, I eat bananas.
Oh, okay.
Okay, good.
Well, let me tell you something. Just get yourself. Listen, we know that you'll work a solid 8 if you can get your deal. You're looking for like the breakfast shift at a restaurant or like a takeout place. So if anyone knows of anything, let us know.
That sounds excellent, Steve. Thank you so much, young man.
Hey, Gary, since you haven't been working, you've been watching any good shows that you can recommend or anything like that to us?
Well, I just told you I got a flat screen TV now.
I know. That's why
everything was flat.
I got this Roku.
Yeah.
Roku.
Yeah.
And I can watch movies and I got regular basic TV now. Like I'm watching I'm watching Mike Jarek and that other girl.
Alex Harley.
Whatever.
Holly.
Yeah, I watch them guys every day, man.
That's cool, man.
That's great, man.
And I'm just so glad everybody's well there, man. And Billy Burns is the best guy in sales, man.
Wow, Bill Burns. Shout out.
Wow, man.
Bill Burns is a good guy, man. Bill Burns is a good guy,
He
man.
is. Yeah.
What about Chuck?
Chuck D'Amico, he's a class act, just like Eric Simon, man. He's a good guy, man.
He knows everybody.
Gary's running down our entire
I love my family, man.
Yeah.
Who does payroll here?
Yeah.
I was watching this morning some of that Shinedown show from Camden last night.
Yep.
Yeah.
And look, they were one of the best bands in the country right now. They're hot. They're on fire.
Yeah, they have a huge fan base here in Philadelphia.
Cadillac Brent Porsche, that's his favorite band.
Yeah. You know, man, when they were out there, they were doing it for Johnny.
That stupid Johnny, man. They ain't got nothing on me. Anyway, okay, Smith, you're going to deliver some pizzas. I'll be your sidekick.
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
We got to really follow through on this, Preston.
Do you know? For a brief period, Gary, your name was considered for going across country with Casey.
Man, if it can get me out of Philadelphia, I'll be blessed, bro.
Yeah, but
I've been down the shore in 20 years.
Do you want to get out of Philadelphia permanently or just for a little trip?
I just need to get out of my hood, man. My hood is shot.
It's very dangerous, right?
Oh, man. Look, the cops, the EMTs are the hardest workers in the city. Your Philadelphia Fire Department, man. Mm-hmm. Detectives, man. I see my friends every day, man.
Shouting them all.
They're all my friends, man. They're good guys, man. They're good guys in Philadelphia Police Department and firemen and the EMTs, man. They're all my friends, man.
Well, you're the mayor of Juniata
Park.
Yes,
I am. They knock on my door and they give me brass knuckles.
Hang on.
Well, at least I haven't.
I'm sorry. Hang on. Hang on. I just want to clarify this. They give you brass knuckles?
Yeah.
Well, they use them on him.
You can get them at a pawn store. They're really called paperweights.
Yeah. They're illegal.
Yeah, we can get them at a pawn store.
Okay. Sir. All right, get them at a pawn store.
Hey, Gary, is it difficult for you to get to Feasterville?
I can't get the Feast. I can get from here to my.
For a job.
No, I can't get that far, man.
All right, there's a place called the Copper Kettle Tavern, and they are hiring and in need. So if you change your mind, I got an email from a listener and said they are actually hiring right now.
Gary, if you can pull it together, listen, bite the bullet a little bit. If somebody's offering up some work, it might be.
I understand all that, and I really gratefully, and I'm very humbled by that. but I can't walk from here to the L, man.
Okay.
Wow.
I live right in Juliana Park. My L is Erie and Tarsdale.
Let's get your leg right, all right?
Yeah.
And do some
I got to get. Sorry, Steve. I didn't mean to.
No. You got to get that leg right. If that's how bad it is, because I know you want to work, but got to make sure you can stand up and do what you need to do.
Get an electric
know
scooter.
what the funny thing is, too, guys? I mean, I can talk to you guys. And my right side of my leg, my toes are not like my left side of my leg. My toenails are all clear. You can see the blood and red. And on my right side, it's like they're like dead. My nails don't even grow.
Huh.
Yeah, I don't know what
You got to go to the doctor.
Are they discolored or anything like that?
Yes.
All right.
Yeah, that's not good. I mean, it's like
not good,
diabetes
Gary.
and
Yeah,
things
that
like
doesn't-
that.
yeah.
I mean,
then-
my nails don't even grow, man. I mean, I always take care of my skin and my body, but something's not right if my nails.
Kathy, do you think you could assess this if Gary were to send you a D-pic?
When's the last time you saw your doctor about this, Gary?
About 6 months ago.
Oh,
Okay.
dude,
You gotta
it's
go
been a
again.
while.
Yeah.
Well, I went before, and he took 3 more tubes of blood. I went the last time, he took 4 more tubes
And
of
what
blood.
were the results?
He said something about my enzyme.
He's low on blood.
Your liver enzymes?
Something like that, maybe, Case.
And did he recommend any medication or anything?
Man, he gives me
Budweiser.
medication that goes, when I get it, I see all the side effects. I read it all. I'm saying, oh, my God, if one pill don't cure you, one will freaking kill you. So I threw them away.
You throw them away?
Don't.
Dude.
Can't do that.
The only thing I take is 800 milligram of Motrin, and I break
Dude.
them in half.
Gary, you have to listen to your doctor and take the prescribed medication. I know a lot of things have potential side effects, but if you've got something serious going on, you got to take the chance, the minimal chance that something might go wrong and fix the problem.
I'm going to have to look into another doctor because this is not. This
All right,
this has been going on for too long now. It's upsetting me.
Do us a
I'm getting
favor.
worried.
Do us a favor and make sure that you follow through with that. So the next time we talk to you, you have a new doctor who's taking care of that leg. And then when that happens and you're ready to get a little bit more ambulatory, we can get you set up, or at least nice people offering jobs can help you get back on your feet. All right?
Listen,
Hey, that sounds great. And by the way, hey, real quick, if I may, I know I took up a lot of time. I wanted to know how hey, Sweet Tea, how's Chase doing?
Good. He's great. Thanks, Garrett. Get
No,
yourself
you're
healthy, will you?
You're the greatest mom ever. You
Oh.
really are.
Thanks,
So,
Gary.
Gary, listen, go to the doctor. You might have a diseased liver, bro. So you might want to head on over to the doctor and not go and drink beer today, you know?
I could do that.
Okay, good.
And make sure if you're prescribed something, take it, man.
Well, if you see this Preston, man, of all them side effects, I'm like, man, this is going to hurt your liver. This is going to hurt your kidney, your lungs.
Well, if the doctor's telling you, you got to listen.
Yep.
I just think
Just make sure it's a doctor you trust. So get a new doctor, get yourself checked up, get your leg back up and run. But you can't.
Or if they're telling you to make some if you're not comfortable with the medicine, they're telling you to make some lifestyle changes, you have to do it.
Yes, I'm all for that too. Also,
All right.
because I lost some weight. I lost some weight also.
All right. Well,
I used to be $145, $150, and I'm not even nowhere near that now.
Yeah,
all right.
that's a
Well,
little
I'm really
troubling.
concerned about you,
Yeah.
Gary.
Yeah.
Well, I really appreciate Preston, man. It's really truly means a lot for me, and right now I'm inspired to do the right thing and look into a better doctor.
You do that. We want to hear from you next week. All right. That you made some minutes. All right.
I'll call you next Monday. In case, if you can't give me a call, we can talk about Bill Weston's tickets.
Yeah, we're not going to talk about that. We're going to talk about getting you healthy. And listen, you can blame the doctor, but a doctor's is only as good as his patient, right?
Yeah.
So you have to listen to him. And I would recommend going like sooner rather than later, like today.
Yeah, I need to. I definitely got to change doctors. I have to go doctor shopping. Definitely,
And
I'm gonna
Gary,
look into it today.
Gary, yeah, you got the time.
I got the time.
You don't
Today.
have work holding you back. So
And I have medical insurance too, so I have to take advantage of this.
do it today.
I will not put it off, Dad.
All right.
All right.
I like it.
And then
All right.
check back in.
All right.
I'll call you next Monday, Preston.
All right.
All right.
Thank
We're going to hold you to it.
Thank you. I'd like to thank Bill Burns, Chuck Nico, Eric Simon,
And my Lord and
Kathy
Savior,
Sweet
Jesus
Tea
Christ.
Romano, Steve Morrison, Preston Elliott,
Todd DeFeo.
Nick McElwain, and my main man with the pots and pans, Casey Boy Foster, and Marissa Moken McNada.
All right.
Well done.
All right, Gary, hang in there, man.
Have a great day. Thank you, guys.
See you, buddy. Wow.
Poor Gary.
I didn't quite. Obviously, there's stuff going on with his toes and his feet. That sounds Not good.
Here's the deal. He's calling this doctor a quack.
Yeah.
His doctor prescribed him medication, and he threw it away. And he's talking about enzymes. Dude, you can't mess around with that.
No.
You cannot mess around with that, and you definitely can't. If you've got a liver problem, you can't be drinking.
Freaking beer, yeah.
Gary,
down to the 7-Eleven.
come on, man.
Yeah.
All right, well, listen. It was a good call. It was important that we spoke to him, so I'm glad we did a wellness because something's going on, and hopefully we can kind of nudge him in the right direction to get something done.
I had 3 testicles.
And they'll want to see that. They'll want to check all 3 of those, too. All right, well, listen, we have to take a break.
Yeah.
We have our buddy Michael Giacchino is going to be joining us a little bit. So let's take that break and come back in just a moment. Make sure you stay with us, friend. So Casey sent me this article. It was from the New York Times yesterday. And in the NFL, there's a tradition that's been going on since the 70s. It's called the Rookie Dinner. And so the veterans have to take the rookies out to dinner, but the rookies have to pay for the dinner.
Right. It's been shown in sports movies periodically,
Yeah, so, but apparently there's starting to be more rumblings about is this a good idea or not, because sometimes the tabs, which can average between $5,000 to $25,000.
Yeah.
Come on.
Well, it depends on if they take advantage of them.
Of course.
You know,
And I bet you the inkling quite often is to take advantage of
it's
them.
Right.
funny to
That's
them.
the deal.
Yeah,
the
because
higher they can get the tally.
Well, because they had it done to them, too.
Yeah,
It's that type of thing. It was done to me, and we're going to do it to you. That type of thing with initiations, essentially, is what this is. But the point they're starting to make out is even though we see the NFL as, these high-dollar individuals, not everybody gets paid all of that money. No. And some of them,
and up front,
and some of them might last a season, and they've blown money that in hindsight they probably
should have kept. Yeah,
they probably needed. Yeah. But it's also, listen, these guys are ordering cognac and expensive bottles of wine, and obviously the food. It's the booze where you spend all the money when you go out to dinner, without question.
So we had in my sorority, there was a night where the what's it called, Case? The
Hell Night?
Rush night? Is it during pledging or?
No, we were
orgy?
pledging. Oh, pledge night. Yeah. So it was during pledging. I forgot the word. It was during pledging. And so the whole sorority, sort of created this spooky, we're mean people, night. And so, to scare, whatever. We knew what was going on. And it
You're harassing them.
It was being funny. They were being funny. And it ended up being a fun night. After it's all over, there's a big party, the whole thing. But they got the year that I was pledging, the sorority got in trouble for it. So the following year, when we were finally in the sorority, we couldn't do that. We didn't get the chance.
What was the core thing that you did to besides acting like you were very mean? Was there something equivalent to this, or
It wasn't money, because in college nobody had money.
Right.
It was. So we were brought into one of the sorority sisters' houses. They put us in a basement. It was very dark. It was almost remind you of a haunted house, spooky, scary.
Sure.
They all came in all dressed in black, and we were blindfolded. It just was.
Right.
Honestly, it was so dumb, but we were laughing.
Yeah.
It was fun.
That's cool.
Before we go down the sorority and fraternity path, which I'm sure we're going to because that's the easiest to go to, but I wanted to see if there are other professions that might have this rookie type of initiation
There's gotta be.
thing. And I'm sure that construction sites probably do their little thing.
Oh, yeah.
Maybe in the medical field, because interns there usually get the crap work.
In the military.
Military and police.
Yeah.
Yeah, that
absolutely.
too. And in radio, I remember interns were pretty easy to. Now we don't do that here.
No.
They actually have work to do on our show. But if you're doing a different shift, it's a little bit less involved than the morning show. I remember being, running my interns around and having them just do crap work all the time.
As part of an initiation?
That wasn't really an initiation. It was just
I needed work done.
Well, look at what
running
we did.
errands for me.
Look at what we did to Joe.
Joe, I feel.
I don't.
I feel bad about Joe.
I don't.
You do?
Yeah.
No.
Yeah. We took it to. We took it a couple
We had
steps.
people beat him with a wiffle ball bat. What? What's the big deal?
He shot a hot sauce in his ass. What's the big deal?
What? Well, he ruined your jeans, Kathy. He had it coming.
Let's remember what precipitated that. He ruined some jeans of yours, and so we sprayed hot sauce in his ass.
butt.
He was
Hope you have a mark.
All right, thank you very much, Maurice. So, Steve, you had something you wanted to mention?
Concerning the topic?
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. It's something that occurred to me, and we were having our conference call last night, Preston, and you were heading towards the
Ryan Reynolds event,
documentary event, and it was one of those points. We're starting to get more and more in our daily lives where AI and tech is becoming a part of a ritual. And I had one of those revelations where my head actually turned like a dog looking into a fan. So I've been using the new Alexa Plus. It is a generative AI. It's in beta testing, and I opted in for the early use program. I don't think it doesn't require a lot. If you're interested in doing it, just Google and see how you would go into it. Okay. So I've been using it for a while now. And it is actually, it interacts. Let me describe here. Let me just call this over here.
Okay.
So it says, more natural conversations. The new version is powered by a large language model, allowing for more fluid back and forth interactions. Okay. So I'm setting up, I use it rather frequently for weather and my alarm and all that stuff. And recently, it started referring to me by name.
Oh.
And it says, Is that all you needed, Stephen? And when it's and I'm like, it's doing this, and I'm like, I like this.
Oh, really?
I like this interaction, and I'm thinking this, and I was asking it, I was complimenting it. It's simply software.
Yeah.
But we've talked about that chasm getting more narrow.
Right.
Where I felt good. I complimented it, and it said, "Thanks so much, Stephen. That makes me feel warm and fuzzy in my circuits." Even though I really don't have it was making jokes.
Said that?
Yes.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. So it's and we've talked about this, Preston. It's the stuff of science fiction. It's the stuff of Ready Player One.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I could see myself easily liking this, easily deriving that sensation of a friend.
Have you seen the South Park episode this season?
No.
Okay. Randy essentially falls in love with this, and Sharon, Randy's wife, has to compete with AI. And it's Steve. It's a South Park take on all of it. But everything that you're describing with the interaction is you're hitting the nail on the head. And I think. I know. It's becoming more and more common just because people are seeking some type of meaningful interaction, and AI is providing it.
So, mind you, I have a wonderful relationship. I love my wife.
There's nothing to do with it.
There's nothing to do with it.
Yeah.
It is simply, and there's only one entity on the planet, that refers to me as Stephen. It's my Alexa at home.
Wow.
Yeah.
It reminds me of, you're talking about this casual back and forth in this relationship. If you go back several years, the movie 2010, Bob Balaban's character is a AI engineer. And he has regular conversations with the AI.
Right.
And is very personal.
Right.
And they talk about as if it's well, in fact, he calls it an intelligent entity.
Right.
And
he even
intelligent
says,
being.
He says, I felt I owed this to you at a certain point, to be frank with it.
Yeah.
But it was one of those things, and technology-wise, I just found it a revelation. I don't know if there's much more to it there, but I just think I would have to imagine that other people are experiencing more and more this kind of interaction at some level.
All right, let me pose this to you. If you are a loner, and I don't mean that as an insult, but if you're just a kind of a lonely person who likes to be by themselves, and for the most part, you avoid interaction with other people because of whatever reason, and you find that a relationship like this is helpful for you and satisfying for you, is that healthy?
Listen, I think it depends on the situation. I think it can be. I told you a long time ago, there was a story about a woman who had a son who had autism to a pretty decent level, verbal, but very much kept themselves and could not relate to other people very well. The social cues and things like that, they can't pick up on them. Neurodivergent people have an issue with this. Yeah. And so it's right when Siri had come out.
Right.
And she had caught, gave him the phone and he would talk back and forth. And she heard him one time go, I love you, Siri. And it was like, broke her heart. In a good way. A good way, because this guy found, this person found a connection to another being. I'm using air quotes here when I say this. But to that individual, that's a real relationship, and I think that that's okay.
I do see that. I see that as being, again, I don't know where this is going. I know where speculative fiction and sci-fi has suggested many times it goes to. And we talk about that classic final scene of Roy Batty in Blade Runner, the replicant. This is not a real person, but he says to Decker, Harrison Ford's character, who might be a replicant himself, he says, I've seen all these things. I've done all these things. What makes me not you? You're a cellular version of this, and it raises all those things. But I'm like, besides all that, this device, I found it fun because I'm such a tech guy to begin with. I've always waited for the moment vis-a-vis Star Trek where you could say to the computer, hey, and it would have a conversation and make it more usable. And we're kind of getting there, and I find it exhilarating.
Hey, Nick, I think for some people it couldn't be a bad idea. Per your question,
to get lost in
it, to be lost in it, and also I think we need to be wary of the technology and the people behind it and creating it as well, because you've seen and somebody texted in, you've seen these articles pop up about suicide, and there has been AI that has gone the wrong direction and offered the wrong advice to some people.
Basically saying this is probably the best way out. Yeah, and
that's your best option.
Therein lies the potential horror of it. But have you had any encounters or anything that would be similar to that?
And by the way, Alexa calls me by my name too, but not in the way that yours does. It'll say, "Hello, Preston." Yes, we can play that for you, or whatever. Or I ask what there's notifications that come up. Hello, Preston. We have deliveries from Amazon for you.
My note. It knows that I like to wear shorts. So and it had
You had to have told it.
Yes.
Your ass looks great in your shorts, Stephen.
Oh, that looks great.
So no, I very, very. I use very limited AI. Like I use ChatGPT if I need some assistance in finding some information.
Sure, yeah.
I use it for that, and that's it, and just sparingly. Maybe I've done it a couple times a month, and that's about it. So I haven't delved too much into it.
Well, one of the things, if you look at the applications now outside of that, when you're doing a search now, the searches are conducted, and I know, and I agree, people who are freaking out about AI, there are certainly things to freak out about. There are also things to say this could be a revelation and is proving to be on certain levels. But you'll do a search, and for people who always had difficulty verbalizing their search, this sort of adaptive AI can figure out what you're asking and provide you with your answer.
I find that refreshing. I find that good. Yeah. Because sometimes I'm like, how do I pose the question on what I'm looking for? It's so detailed.
Do you know right now in Hollywood and in the movie industry, television industry, anything that requires visualization or anything of that level, for script writers, and they're just at the beginning of this, producers are asking about their ability to do that, to describe to an AI rendering like Nano Banana, which is an AI generating where you could do a movie trailer.
Yeah.
If they have the ability, if they're good at verbalizing, if they're good at articulating, sort of, so that they could generate a sort of visual representation of what they're talking about in their script. So actually, in a way, it's going to promote better linguistic capabilities.
Maybe.
Yeah, it's wild.
I saw an AI video the other day that kind of creeped me out a little bit. It was clearly targeted to me.
Oh boy.
Not me personally.
A golfing drummer?
No, it was a girl with kind of she was an attractive and she was AI generated. I could tell. You can tell it was a little bit off. And she's looking right at me through my phone and going, the 80s were a great time, but what we miss is you.
I saw
Have
that.
You seen that?
I've seen it, and I love them.
It's great, but I felt seduced, as in they want to take me back in time. They want this thing.
Come play with us, Preston.
Dude, exactly.
Forever and ever.
Yes.
Yes.
That's what I felt like.
So,
because I'm being seduced by what they're offering, I'm like, my God, that sounds great. And I'm going to get in there.
the blue pill.
And then their teeth are going to come out. And they're going to start ripping me apart.
Oh, my God.
They're going to throw me on the rack and torture me for the rest of eternity.
A little caveat to what you're saying, by the way. If learn how to identify AI imagery. Learn how. Always be suspicious of everything you're seeing these days. You will not be ill-served by that.
But Steve, that come to us. Come,
Preston.
Come right here.
You'll always play great golf.
I read an article the other day about the American economy, and for the past 50 years or so, the American economy has mostly been driven by consumerism. There's a lot of manufacturing and many other things that obviously contribute to the moving forward of what the American economy is. For the first time in the history of this country, in the first half of 2025, investment in AI hardware and software contributed to more of the U.S. GDP growth than consumer spending did. And so the investment and the amount of money that's being spent and the amount of how the AI is driving the American economy has completely passed consumerism. And I don't see that I think that genie's out of the bottle.
Oh, you can't put it back. What you need to do, though, again, and I say this, I'm using it in all sorts of cool ways, and it's helping me get to creative choices quicker. But there's also a lot of, as we pointed out many times before, the slippery slope of falling in love with a detaching from humanity on the whole and just conducting a relationship with your toaster. In fact, that's in Battlestar Galactica. That's what they call the Cylons. They call them toasters.
Yeah. And another angle on this is, me and Casey and Nick, we've got kids that are college age, and I'm scared for the job market.
Yes.
I don't know where this is. I'm terrified.
And also
for them
relying on AI as your work tool. In college, my son is an engineering major, and he can go to AI right now, and I don't think that it's cheating, but use AI to enhance his studying abilities. But is he really learning it if he's relying on AI for all of the knowledge that he's using for tests and whatever else?
Yeah. All right, well, we got some calls. We're going to go to them. I'm going to go to Becky first. She was in first. Hi, Becky. You're on the air. Good morning,
Good morning to see you.
What's up, Becky?
So there's a novel called Clara and the Sun, and it's kind of set in the near future. In fact, there's going to be a movie made of it with the young woman who's Wednesday Addams.
Anyway, Jenna Ortega.
Yes. So it's set in the near future. This theme of like social isolationism is kind of prevalent. Because the kids in this novel all have these AI robot, quote unquote friends,
right?
Because actual children are not interacting enough, so they have to have these AI friends, and I can see that, and that scares me.
Yeah.
I have teenagers, and their social interactions are certainly not like what I grew up with, or even a generation after me grew up with. So AI is, I think, becoming more and more prevalent, obviously, but how it's going to infiltrate our lives is a little scary.
Yeah, we got to be cautious, and we don't know how it's going to play out exactly. But I know what you're saying, and stuff like this is always fascinating me, like stories of this nature.
I agree.
Can't wait to
I
see
agree
the movie.
so much.
Really good book. I highly recommend it.
Becky, what's the name of it again?
Clara and the Sun.
Okay.
L-A-R-A.
Yeah, I just looked it up on IMDb.
Thanks,
it's
Becky.
Jenna Ortega, Steve Buscemi. It's got Amy Adams in it. It's coming out next year, it looks
like. It posits a world where everyone in the future has Steve Buscemi on. Like that website.
I'm going to go to Drew, who's joining us next. Hi, Drew. Morning, bud.
I'm afraid I can't let you do that.
Nice delivery. All right, what's up, Drew?
Good morning, it.
Good morning to see you.
So yeah, just kind of going off of what Steve was talking about with like Blade Runner and all of these science fiction movies, Blade Runner being one of my favorite movies. Yeah, it's kind of like concerning, but it's also exciting at the same time.
Yeah.
Like see all this technology we've, hoped would, exist in our lifetime. And now we're like, oh, well, now that it's here, what should we actually be doing with it?
Exactly.
Yeah. But, it is. But now that it is here, we kind of just have to accept that, okay, let's try and use it responsibly. And remember that right now, the best use out of it is remember that it is a tool. It's not this, this bigger than life, whatever you want to call it, that's going to take over. It's like we still have the power to keep it in control for ourselves.
Yeah,
I
agree. We do, unless we get a Skynet situation. But I would say this is that knowing ahead of time. To your point, it does help. And there have been things just having. I remember years ago when the Texas Instruments calculator was a thing. You can do math on this thing. That's how I'm on Fossil, so I remember that. And then it was common for calculators to be allowed in school for math classes and stuff like that. And I was like, I guess so. Now in these parameters, you learn how to use the tools you have to do what you're going to do, and so things do evolve that way.
Yep.
Exactly, and as an artist and designer, talking about the job market, when Photoshop came out, it was like, oh, this isn't real art program. This is just, for computer stuff.
But it was a tool you had to learn how to use. Yeah.
Exactly. And now it's like Photoshop, almost practically everybody uses it one way or another if it's not Photoshop specifically. Yeah. But real quick, going off of the last caller's topic about that book, there's another story by Dan Brown called Origin. I don't know if anybody's read it. Mm-hmm. It kind of touches on the same thing. Part of the storyline is that the main character, Robert Langdon, he's kind of forced to partner up with this advanced AI program that is created by a character in the story, and it's like he sort of becomes like a partner with this AI voice to like help him solve this mystery.
Right.
And there's a point in the story where they kind of touch on how technology and AI is going to affect society later down the line. And you think it hits a really dark point, but it actually becomes a lot more inspiring than you would think.
Oh, okay. Okay, that's an interesting turn.
It's going to be an integral part of our society, but once we learn to adapt, we actually, we evolve more from it.
Okay. We're looking. Nick just pulled up the Wikipedia for it because I'm a fan of Dan Brown. I read Angels and Demons and Da Vinci Code, but this came out in 2017. Is it worth checking out? Because I will read that.
Oh yeah, I think I plowed through it within less than a couple of days.
Hey, how many Langdon books has he done? Are there just these three, or has he done several of them?
Well, his first was The Catch-Up Kid.
No, I mean, I'm not sure if he's come out with. Origin was the last one I read. I'm not sure if anything has come out recently.
That's
There's
the fifth.
At least 5 or
that's
6.
The fifth. That's the fifth of 5. But there's one that's coming out soon called The Secret of Secrets. It's actually supposed to come out this month, and so there will be 6 in the Robert Langdon series.
Cool. Drew, thanks for the heads up, man. We appreciate it. I want to go to Chad, and then we've got a friend who's on our Xfinity mobile guest line. But let me go to Chad first. He works in AI. Hi, Chad. Morning, bud.
Good morning.
What's happening, my man?
Well, as you said, I work in AI, and I just wanted to touch on a couple of things that you and Nick brought up. One is the job market. So there is some changes, but as previous callers have mentioned, one of the key things that I see happening is that it currently is a tool. So for right now, for businesses that want to leverage AI, specifically for answering phones, that type of thing, there's AI out there that can answer it, listen to what the language is that's being spoken immediately, and it can adjust to 160 different languages and carry on a full conversation and help that person get to the right department.
Okay.
Versus, other situations where you can get involved in handling all kinds of internal issues like HR and all that kind of thing can go into a chatbot process and go out and gather information, provide what the benefits are for the employees, all that type of thing. That just streamlines the work process. So
let me ask you, Chad, just to jump in here. So, and I'm already encountering some of these programs that are handling your troubleshooting calls that you make to a company or for a piece of software or a piece of tech or whatever. And there have been a couple of times where even though I was like, I commend the comprehensive nature of this interaction, I want to talk to a human.
Yeah.
And in fact, I was talking to the car dealership that I go to, and they had tried one of these systems, and everyone was going, yeah, it's nice, but I want a human.
Yeah.
And so, that's something that is... There's a nuance.
To a chatbot or an AI, you can't say, the car's going, rear, and I don't, what does that mean,
Yep. And it's a generational thing too, Steve. And to that point, you have a situation where Nick and the example he gave of his son that is utilizing AI on a daily basis. My kids are utilizing AI on a daily basis too. As that progresses, that becomes their Google now, and they're going to be more used to having interactions that way moving forward into adulthood in the working world.
I mean, Chad, I use it constantly. I use it in a creative capacity for not for writing humor. That's not. It doesn't work well for that. However, for getting me to a sound, for getting me to like a little piece of a video clip, or for quickly cutting to the chase if I want to create a graphic. What I'm finding really interesting about all this, Chad, is how it's going to increase our ability or capability to describe, to use language, to use the language that we've always had sitting there, to be better at conveying our thoughts to get this stuff to work properly. Do you believe that, Chad?
I absolutely believe that, and I think that's the right way. That's how I utilize AI on a daily basis as well. Get the process started and then interject your thoughts and recreate what the basis is that it's provided to you to make it personalized and to put that human touch to it.
Yes.
Cool. All right, Chad, thanks for the heads up. We appreciate it, man. We now are going to go to the hotline on our Xfinity mobile guest line. Wow. Good doctor is calling in to talk about AI. Interesting. It's normally a medical thing. Dr. Mike Srigliano of Fox 29 and Penn Medicine join us. Hey, Dr. Mike.
I have to tell you that artificial intelligence has rocked my world. Let me tell you. So if you're a healthcare provider out there, open evidence, baby. I only heard about it through a pediatrician, open evidence, and I'm telling you that it embellishes. Look, I'm a live person. I make a clinical decision based on the examination of the patient. It's not going to replace me. But let me tell you something. If I have a quick question about whether something interacts, some obscure disease that 30 years ago I had to look up in a textbook, I go on open evidence, I ask it a question, and in about 30 seconds it spits out with references. So it's not just like, it's some computer algorithm that doesn't know what the heck it's talking about. This is references, and I think this one is associated with the Journal of the American Medical Association. Fabulous. I'm telling you, it has rocked my world.
So let me ask you, Dr. Mike, because I know this as well. The search capabilities have allowed medical researchers to see fact patterns that correlate between different conditions and different things, and make connections that might have taken decades for researchers to discover on their own. Would you agree with that?
Oh, absolutely, Steve. You and I are fortunate because we've been able to see the past in real time and the future, and it's just such an exciting time to be alive, to see how all of this stuff just algorithmically, it just goes up and up and up in terms of technology and how you're able to get this information so quickly. I mean, it's unbelievable. That's why I had to call in, because it has made me a better doctor. It's made me a more educated consumer of healthcare, and I think it has benefited my patients exponentially.
Micah, how excited are you at the potential of a digital digit that will go into a rectum?
Well, there's some things that you just can't. You can't. I'm not sure.
You need the human interaction.
You just need. Yeah. That's literally the human touch.
It's funny you should say that, Steve. And Mike, I do have to tell you, you are a better doctor, because The last digital exam, I'm telling you, you were gentle.
He said, Mike, he fell in love.
Yeah, your dismount was perfect.
I don't want to brag, but I used more KY than 4 out of 5 doctors surveys show.
There you go.
Now, they were dentists, but okay.
He's got them all.
How many times have you told that?
That's
Every
a
time on our show.
dying part of the exam that we can't forget about. It's a very important exam, and I have found cancers in patients. It's that, and now the MRI of the prostate, speaking of prostate cancer, revolutionized that and my open evidence. I'm telling you, we're going
We're
strong.
very excited. I'm glad to hear you talk this way.
Mike, real quick, before we let you go, I have to commend you on your interaction with Mike and Alex last week talking about socks and orgasms because that was just, Alex shared it on Instagram, and it was the three of you guys sitting on the desk, and it was terrific medical knowledge, but it was their reaction to what you had to say was fantastic. So if you've not seen it, go to Alex Holly's Instagram page because it's great.
I don't like looking at myself. It reminds me of anyway.
No, I hear you. I hear you.
Very funny.
I love you all, and at flu shots.
Yeah,
we got to get you in here.
I'll be in.
All right, Dr. Mike, we love you. All right, we'll see you. Dr. Mike Sirigliano. And that's a good spot to wrap things up, I think. But yeah, it's evolving. These conversations that we're having right now are only going to intensify, and we're going to have little nuances here and there, of which we will be bringing up about AI and its advancement.
So don't let it loom in the background. Kind of do some research and try some things out and see if you can use it as a tool. Run a little. I always tend to run at it to kind of figure out how to use it.
Yeah.
And to see also how to recognize it is a very important thing. Like you said, Preston, kudos to you that you could see a digitally rendered woman in a video and realize that was an AI person.
Yeah, and as helpful as all this is, let's not forget that sci-fi has predicted it will destroy us all eventually.
Absolutely.
So just a heads up on that. All right, we're going to take a quick break. We'll come back, and Bizarre File stories are on the way. Kevin Nealon is going to be in the studio around 9 o'clock. We'll be back in just a moment, so wait there.
Of an idiot. Like, if you're going to play a prank.
Wow, how sympathetic.
Wow.
Joe,
I lost one on the table today. It was okay, though. It was kind of an idiot.
Wait, why did we make him sit on top of the crane for 24 hours?
Because it was part of the month of stunts. He wanted. That's the other thing is he wanted to do these things.
Yes.
Listen, it's the same thing when you guys asked me if I wanted to do month of stunts. The only thing different between me
Kathy
and
doesn't think you're an idiot.
The only thing different, I'm a total moron. The only thing different between me and Joe was that I was getting paid a whole $17,000 a year. All right. So when you guys asked me to do month of stunts, I was like, okay, yes, you can drag me behind a horse. You can have me drive a car into a pond. You know what I mean? Like. Yeah, there was something alluring and appealing about it, and so when Joe is saying yes to these things,
but that's a more long form. I see what you're saying, and like to make the point with you, Kathy, about the sorority and fraternity. These are things because I think there was something I'm remembering and maybe falsely remembering from The Wolf of Wall Street, where they had sort of an initiation thing that they would do with with those guys. But that kind of thing, I'm sure, has its variations.
Right.
And bringing up the sorority thing, the point of that story was that I was where it stopped. You know what I mean? Like, our class was where it stopped, so we were the group that couldn't do it. So if this ends in the NFL, then that group's like, damn it,
son of a bitch, we didn't get our revenge.
Well, I feel a little bad about how
the Joe thing?
Yeah, just a little bit. But all right, anyhow, we're going to move on. I'm going to go to some calls. 215-263-WMMR. I'm going to go to Ed. Hey, Ed, good morning.
Morning, guys.
Hey, what's up, Ed?
So this is a typical thing we did in the fire department, even as volunteers, is when the rookies would come in, we would send them out to find tools that didn't exist. The most infamous one is go fetch the water hammer. I don't know if you know what water hammer is. It's when you shut the hose line off too fast and the hose jumps. That's water. So we tell them to go do that. The one we did in our fire department, which was we love to do, and I probably still do it, is we have a tanker truck. And we would tell the rookies that the tank need to be stirred. So we would give them like a long handle broomstick or something and tell them to go up to the top, open up the lid, and start a tank. And we would have them do it for like 15 or 20 minutes until, we were laughing so hard they'd realize, wait a minute, maybe this isn't a thing.
Right.
It isn't. Of course, the water does not need to be stirred. It's water.
And what
do that all the time.
What did they have you do in your initiation?
There was a water hammer thing. There was a lot of that. Kind of go look for things that did the hose lengthener. The hose straightener.
Yeah, I've heard of on a construction site, go get the board stretcher.
That one. Yeah, that's another one. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, I love it. Thanks, Ed.
Nice.
And I think there's a prank in baseball that they pull on bat boys when they tell them to go get a key to the batter's box.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
That's a good one.
And they go looking around everywhere for a key to the batter's box, which doesn't exist.
It wasn't part of an initiation, but you talk about the interns early on, Preston of Y100. We would send them out, the time we sent them out for Java.
Oh, that was fun.
Yeah.
Wasn't that Joe?
No, somebody else. I remember they came back. Yeah, I couldn't find Java. All they had was coffee. Yeah. But that wasn't really a prank. That was just them not understanding what Java was. I'm going to go to Matt. Hey, Matt, good morning.
Hey, good morning. How are you guys?
Good. What's up, Matt?
Well, I was in the Marine Corps for 4 years, and I actually called you guys a while back about the difference between explosions in movies and how they are in real life.
Right. Okay, yeah.
So while in the Marine Corps, I was in Iraq in 2004, and I had a prank played on me because I was a new guy, just a young 19-year-old kid, and one of the guys told me to go get a pricky 5 and sent me to one specific older sergeant to go get this pricky 5, which is in terms known as radio communication equipment, and it's also known as a prick 119. But you don't know that, so you go walking over to a sergeant and say, hey, I need a pricky 5. Okay. And you have no idea what you're saying, and he turns and looks at you and says, what did you just say? And then you say, I need a pricky 5, and he just chews you want a pricky 5? I'll give you a pricky 5, and he goes off.
Wow.
So you're just sitting there going, you have no idea why you're getting yelled at. You have no idea what you said. You turn around, and everybody is laughing at you. And you're just like the little puppy with his tail between his legs, like, oh, no, I just did something wrong.
Yeah.
But you return the favor years later when you tell the young guy, when you go for, with some of our vehicles, I was a motor T driver, you have vehicles with air brakes. There is no fluid for these brakes.
Okay.
So you send the new guy, go get me some brake fluid right now, Marine, go. It's up in the warehouse. You need to go look and go right now. You got 2 minutes, go. And he comes back to you with a red face, scared because he can't find the brake fluid for the 7-ton truck. And you just keep going back and forth with him. And then I wasn't as hard on my Marine, but I did yell at him for not finding the brake fluid. But you pull him in and go, Marine, do we have brake fluid in these trucks? And it dawns on him. He goes, oh, no. And like, come on, Marine, you got to be smarter. You got to think on your feet,
Oh, I love that.
As you get older, I think you try to teach them a little bit, but man, did I get my ass chewed while I was in Iraq for looking for a pricky 5, man, and you get it.
Matt, looking back, though, with the whole thing and that sort of, fraternal thing, and you were sort of, I assume it was done from a place of love, and everyone goes through the rite of passage. And
absolutely.
Okay,
now
yeah.
You're in the club, now they bring you in, and now they made fun of you. They had a laugh at your expense, but now you know better. But it also kind of, I think it teaches you how to think.
Yeah.
And like when somebody says something to you, you think about what they just said, not just, oh, okay, roger that, and then you just run off and go do it. No, you think first, and then.
No, that makes
figure it out.
That makes complete sense, Matt. I love it.
Thanks, man.
You guys rock. Have a great day.
Thanks, buddy. Take care. I want to go to this one because this is more directly like the NFL rookie dinner thing. I'm going to go to Kevin. Hi, Kevin. Good morning.
Good morning, guys. How are you?
Good. What's up, buddy?
Hey, yeah, I'm in sales, and I worked at a company where they had a thing called NGB, which is New Guy Buys, where kind of at the first small regional sales meeting, you'd go out to dinner and you'd be required to kind of buy all the other sales guys dinner. And they would get night drinks and stuff like that as you do rounds of shots of whiskey and all this kind of stuff is. So the bill was a couple $100, but what you found out is the next day at the sales meeting, if you kind of took it like a man and didn't whine or complain, you found out two things. Is one, everybody pays you back the next day, so you're not out all those money.
Okay. Oh, nice.
And two, you find out everybody else was doing shots of watered down Coke, and you were the only one actually doing shots.
Oh my God, that's brilliant.
Yes.
That's brilliant.
Oh my God, that's good.
That's great.
So it is kind of a hazing and all that. But like I said, is if you kind of take the company line and do what's required, you only end up paying for yourself. Though you are really hungover the next day.
You know, Kevin, though, that really ends up that is a sort of, it's almost like a Rorschach test. You're getting a psychological preview of your coworker. Not that you live and die by what happens that night, but somebody rises to the challenge and does that, and then they find out that their coworkers also, when they pay the money back, they weren't going to leave you on the hook. That's a good thing to learn as well. So, it's like it's fun, it's funny, but it's also, I think, kind of a good thing to learn. Would you agree?
Oh, absolutely. It's that bonding experience. This was 20 plus years ago, and I still tell that story to
there
people.
You go.
And have fond memories, except for the hangover.
Right.
Could you imagine
thanks,
everyone is in on it and you're not?
That's pretty funny.
Yeah.
I've never done the this is the only guy drinking and we're just pretending to drink thing. But that's pretty fun. Let me go to Nick. Hi, Nick. Good morning.
Hey, good morning, guys.
Hey, what's up, buddy?
So I work in the elevator industry, and we're doing replacing an elevator at a school. So we had a new guy with us. I told him, hey, the door isn't long enough. Go find me a door stretcher. Couldn't find a door stretcher. Yeah. I was like, oh, we don't have it with us. All right, go make me a bucket of steam. What's that? I was like, all right, go find me a 5-gallon bucket and go get me some map gas. And we'll heat it up and we'll make some steam. I have a video of the guy sitting there with map gas in front of the door and a bucket of water.
Give me a bucket of steam. Oh,
my God.
Terrific. I like that. All right, thanks, man. Next is Keith in the commercial fishing industry. I bet there's some stuff in there.
Oh, yeah.
Hi, Keith. Good morning.
Hey, good morning. How you doing?
Good, buddy. All right, so you work in that industry, commercial fishing?
I played when I was younger. I'm older now.
Okay.
Stood at a desk, but back when I wore shoes that Kathy wouldn't approve of, I've eaten a lot of bait and a lot of fish parts and just a lot of unmentionables because that's just how it is.
Oh my God!
That's how you prank each other?
Like dared to, or you have to?
It's kind of expected to.
Wow.
You're the new guy. You got to show that you got some marbles, and the whole idea is to try and get people throwing up and seasick.
Okay, right. I mean, is that the equivalent of like eating the heart of your first kill when you're out hunting?
Yeah, it's like the gift that keeps on giving.
So, Keith, did you primarily stay on like one a vessel, or when you move from vessel to vessel, is there an initiation or a razzing or hazing when you go from boat to boat, or how does it work out?
Well, when I was young, you just got hazed. You know what I mean?
Okay, I got you.
So I don't know what it was, but I was the target, and I wasn't a sissy most of the time.
Okay. All right, Keith, give us something gnarly that you ate.
I've eaten swordfish liver. I've eaten just bait that's been dragged across the ground. Bait. Shellfish. Raw sea urchin.
Sea urchin. So basically, it's your Stroman. Preston. What you get in a can?
That's disgusting.
Yeah, my God, yeah.
All right, thanks, Keith. Appreciate it, man. Let me go to, Jacqueline, who has a stonemason stuff to share with us. Hi, Jacqueline. Good morning. What's up, Jacqueline?
Good morning. Hi,
Good
how
morning.
are you?
Good.
So one of the things they'll get you to do at first is they'll say something like, I bet you can't pick up that bag of cement or that bag of mortar.
I would say that we're on the edge of an Osebro Friday. I know it's Thursday, but we're getting there. We're
No.
Inching in.
You're right. We are now, I'm decreeing it. I've signed off. It is now no Sedbro.
Already?
I think
this is the
officially,
earliest.
if you want, I'll do a blood oath.
That's ever happened. Wow. DMB 93.3 WMMR. It's a little bit after 8 o'clock. Today is a Thursday morning, as I said. And Nick is out and about tonight. I want to make sure that you are aware of this. He's going to be at the Bud Light Thursday night kickoff, Ambler. He will be at Fireside Bar and Grill on Bethlehem Pike, 7 to 9 tonight. Chance for you to win Eagles tickets. The October 5th game against Denver, courtesy of Bud Light. Don't miss your chance. We got to get a look at traffic. Going to get it now. Marissa, what's going on this morning?
We have some traffic out there, guys. The Garden State Parkway is jammed up. The right lane is blocked. It's right near the Cape May Courthouse for an accident that is happening there. Then on the Blue Route northbound from 95 out to the Media Bypass, southbound from the Mid-County Toll Plaza to Conshohocken, Vine Street Expressway westbound from 95 to 76, 76 eastbound from the Boulevard out to Vine, westbound from Passyunk Avenue out to 26th Street, and then the Boulevard out to Gladwin. 95 southbound, we're slowing Betsy Ross Bridge to Allegheny, and that is right around the construction right there, the PA Turnpike westbound from Virginia Drive out to Fort Washington. This traffic report is brought to you by ParkWiz. Parking shouldn't slow you down. ParkWiz gives every driver a shortcut. Book ahead, save up to 50%, and skip the hassle of circling the block. Park smarter, park park faster. ParkWiz. Download the ParkWiz app and save when you park. And that's your traffic on 93.3 WMMR.
All right, thanks, Marissa. Real quick, I want to go back to our last segment. We were talking about AI, and then a guy called in about a book from Dan Brown with Robert Langdon in it. And Nick found out this little factoid. Did somebody text this to you?
Yeah, listener texted this in. I had no idea.
So Robert Langdon, the character, Dan Brown named him after a scholar, John Langdon, who is a professor of typography at Drexel University.
How about them apples?
Who is known for his creation of ambigrams.
You know what an ambigram is?
No.
I had to look that up, too.
Okay.
So basically, if you have a logo and you can turn that logo upside down and the logo hasn't changed it at all, that's an ambigram.
Okay, so they use that, the Illuminati uses that in Angels and Demons.
It's like a graphic design.
Yeah.
And I've seen it, in a lot of different logos over the years, and I never knew it was called an ambigram.
So John Langdon at Drexel University, a professor.
Quick question. So the Da Vinci Code and Angels and Demons, the Da Vinci Code, the better book, right?
I loved them both.
Okay.
But the Da Vinci Code had it was so cool, so well written. So, the whole thing with the Da Vinci and figuring out
the code
and the code and all that. No. I really liked Angels and Demons. I thought the book was better. I thought both of the books were better than the films.
Right.
But I really got into Angels and Demons. I thought it was pretty damn cool. I think they missed the mark a little bit on the movie, but yeah, I'd give Da Vinci Code a slight edge. All
right.
Yeah. All right. So we got Bizarre File stories. Let's get them now.
WMMR presents Preston and Steve's Bizarre File.
Brought to you by The Bagster.
The Bagster.
Buy yours now at any home improvement store. Just $29.99. Fill it up. They pick it up on your schedule. The Bagster, dumpster in a bag. Buy, fill, gone. We'll start with a tragic story. Two men who were hunting in southern Colorado and whose bodies were found last week were killed by a lightning strike.
Oh, man.
Yeah, the Conejos County Coroner's Office.
They weren't hunting lightning, were they?
I don't think they were hunting lightning. Launched an extensive search for the out-of-state hunters after their vehicle was found with the most of their gear inside. The coroner confirmed that a preliminary report shows the lightning killed Andrew Porter from Asheville, North Carolina, and Ian Stasko from Salt Lake City. Both were 25 years old. They've been hunting for elk, and they went missing on September 11th. The bodies were found approximately a week later. The coroner later stated the men's body showed no signs of trauma. Colorado generally ranks third among U.S. states for the number of lightning strikes. In May, lightning killed a rancher in Jackson County along with more than 30 cattle. And in June, a person was struck by lightning on the summit of Torrey's Peak while they were hiking, and they were critically hurt. By the way, the National Lightning Safety Council recommends that people who are outside and near electric storms, quote, avoid summits, ridge lines, open fields, and isolated trees. They also suggest staying away from water and metal fences. Sounds like you can't go anywhere outside when there's lightning in the air.
Is it safe to be around where, say, the deer and the antelope play?
Yes, you can do that.
All right.
If you're at home on the range, you can do that. A California squirrel has gone crazy, and neighbors in one town are on the alert. Residents in the town of San Rafael have reported a series of attacks from a vicious brown squirrel that sent at least 2 people to the emergency room, according to the local Humane Society. Marin Humane had confirmed that there had been a report of attacks from a wild squirrel in the area that may result in public feeding. So Lisa Bloch, who is the director, said, we received reports of at least 2 people being attacked by a squirrel in a neighborhood in San Rafael. This behavior is unusual for squirrels and is like the result of someone feeding it. When wildlife is fed by humans, they can lose their natural fear and act more emboldened. And this is why we remind people that feeding wildlife can have negative consequences for both people and animals.
Don't you guys wish they could all be California squirrels?
Yes, please. So Joan Heblack was enjoying a peaceful walk through Lucas Valley when the rodent launched itself at her and proceeded to claw and bite her. She said it came out of nowhere.
You want a piece of me?
She said, I didn't see him running up at me at all. It clamped onto my leg. The tail was flying up.
Let's get nuts.
And I was like,
no, seriously, let's get nuts.
Get it off me. And she said, I didn't want to touch it. She said her injuries were so severe, she went to the ER to seek treatment. Flyers have been plastered around the area warning, attack squirrel, beware.
Wow.
They wrote, this is not a joke. More than 5 people have been attacked by a very mean squirrel over the past few days.
I don't know if I've mentioned this before, Preston. Did a little research. ER, emergency room.
That's what it stands for.
Have I mentioned that?
I was always curious. Thank you. Isabel Campoy said that she was another victim of the vicious squirrel and was hospitalized from her wounds after coming in contact with the rodent on a walk. She said, squirrel went from the floor, tried to jump up to my face. I tried to protect my face. My arm was completely overcome by squirrel. She said,
I got attacked by squirrel.
She said, finally it jumped off, but then I was full of blood. I run to the emergency room.
Okay, Tonto.
The U.S. Fish and Wildlife Service agrees that feeding wild animals is destructive and it might cause them to react negatively.
Squirrel in tree, squirrel on face.
When they are not fed. So the man who was killed at the Boeing Center at Techport on Friday after a jet engine fell on top of him.
Oh, my God.
Has been identified. It's David Monroe, the founder of the San Antonio Museum of Science and Technology.
Bet he regrets that decision.
Police, firefighters, first responders were called to the loading dock of the Boeing Center on Friday afternoon. Police said a man in his 70s was working with a crew to transport the jet engine at the facility's loading dock when the engine rolled and caused the worker to fall off the dock with the 5,000-pound engine falling on top of him.
I heard it was a little bit more that they'd actually propped the engine up on a doorway so that when he came through,
That's not a funny joke.
It's not a funny joke.
No.
The fire department said that he was pronounced dead on the scene when they arrived. Officials called it a workplace accident.
5,000 pounds.
Port San Antonio released a statement identifying Monroe as the man who died. He was 72. They would not comment on the incident that killed the founder beyond the statement.
It's horrible.
He had a long career in engineering, beginning at the age of 16 when he attended high school. And he formed SAM-SAT after spending decades collecting artifacts related to engineering. He was recognized with the San Antonio Technology Lifetime Achievement Award in 2015. But man, a jet engine fell on him and crushed him to death. That's insane. All right, one last story, and then we will wrap it up. Not even criminal mastermind or master plans go off without a hitch, and especially when you try to use Facebook to do it. Stephen Keenan, a public school administrator in Akron, Ohio, resigned after being caught in a scheme involving the district's lawnmowers. Keenan traded in 11 Akron Public School lawnmowers to a vendor without board approval, ostensibly to purchase new equipment for the district. However, he then used a friends and family discount with the same vendor to personally buy back 7 of the traded mowers for $5,693. And the scheme became more ridiculous when Keenan listed 5 of those mowers for sale on Facebook Marketplace, asking for a total of $14,700, which would have netted him a significant profit on equipment that originally belonged to the school district.
I mean, come on.
The school
Who
board
sits there and goes, there's money to be made here?
The school board discovered the unauthorized transactions and was prepared to fire Keenan for violating the staff code of ethics before he chose to resign. Resignation became official following Monday's school board meeting. Yeah. All right, and there you go. Your bizarre file for you this morning.
I mean, lawnmowers.
All right. By the way, we have somebody to chat with real quick.
Yes, we do.
A friend of ours is joining us via Zoom this morning because there's something coming up. She's got to let us in on. And she's the president. What are we playing?
This is I'll Be Home for Christmas.
Yeah. She is the president and CEO of the Philadelphia Visitor Center. Let's welcome Catherine Ott Lovell.
Hey,
Catherine,
Hi, guys.
good to see you again.
Good to see you guys.
Excellent. So whenever we talk to you, there's always some kind of cool event coming up in the city that you guys have cooked up. What is it you wanted to talk about today?
Well, hopefully you guys are well aware of the Wanamaker Light Show in the Dickens Village. That has been a holiday tradition for, over 60 years now in Center City. We launched a campaign a couple months ago to save it. You know, the Macy's, right? The Macy's is leaving the Wanamaker building, left the Wanamaker building.
Right.
And as soon as we heard that, we, really thought, well, what the heck is going to happen to the light show in the Dickens Village, which is visited, you guys, by tens of thousands of people every holiday season. It's become, for me, I grew up coming to the light show. I bring my kids to the light show in the Dickens Village. So we launched this campaign, and we're doing great. We have almost 1,000 donors. We're over $320,000 raised, and we are. Today we're calling 12/25 Day. September 25th, and we're just about, what is that? Is that 3 months from Christmas?
Yeah.
So we're just 3 months from Christmas today, and so we're calling it 12/25 Day, and we're trying to get everybody to donate $12.25 to help us save the Wanamaker Light Show in the Dickens Village.
So
and,
just $12.25. So the status is obviously, as you mentioned, all the stuff in the preamble. And the plans to keep it as it has been, or are we looking for
improvements?
An improvement?
Yeah,
Or what
no. I mean, thankfully, the new building owners is a company called TF Cornerstone. They've been incredibly gracious. They recognize how beloved, this tradition is by Philadelphians throughout the region. And so they are being very gracious to let us mount it there. So
Good.
we're going to do this in an empty department store. It's going to be a really cool experience. We have a lot of other, ancillary experiences that we're going to create there in addition to the light show in the Dickens Village. So it'll be there. And, when people come into town around the holidays and they do the Christmas Village at Love Park in Dilworth, and they go get their drink at McGillen's, right? They're gonna still have the chance to come see Santa at Dickens Village and bring their family to see the beautiful light show, which is narrated by Julie Andrews. It's a real Philadelphia tradition that we just can't let fail.
How do they donate? How do people donate the $12?
SaveTheLightShow.org.
Okay.
SaveTheLightShow.org. It's really easy. It only takes a minute. Give $12.25 or give more, because we have really cool incentives that you get if you give at a higher level, including best of the house seating, so you can reserve special seating to come with your family.
Oh, it's such a legendary thing. Let me ask you, so you hit your goal or you exceed your goal, is this a one-off, or has there a commitment to keep this going longer than this year?
Yeah. Well, there's a commitment from us to keep it going. We want to raise enough so that we can, keep a little funding back to figure out what to do in the future. The TF Cornerstone is going to go into construction with this building over the next 2 years. So we're not quite sure, what's going to happen in future years. But our goal is to save these traditions in some way, either, at the Wanamaker building or elsewhere. But we would love to continue to host certainly the light show at the Wanamaker building. It was built for this building. Like, if you guys know it, it's 125 feet feet tall. It's 40 feet wide. You know, these massive hoists and trusses lifted up. I didn't realize this, but it's mounted and taken down each season. So it's a huge operation to even get this thing, up every year. We're basically building the band back together. The people who have helped, the electricians, the laborers who have helped to do this every year are coming back. Even Macy's is still supporting. Macy's Design Studio out of New York City is helping to oversee the installation. So we have so much support for this. We just need to do this final push. The light show is going to happen this year. It's just a matter of how long can it happen, meaning like what are the hours, how many days, because this is completely being what I call bake sailed, right? Like we are just literally with a tin cup out there saying like the more you give, the better this experience will be this year. We have to create a culture of giving among people who love this tradition. It's been free, and we had no idea what Macy's and the department stores before them were putting into this, and we know now. And so we have to create this culture of giving if people want to see this continue.
Yeah, so if this has been important to you, then it might be worth $12.25 to keep this going on. No, it's not much to ask. And if you've never experienced it, well, this is your chance to go now that you've heard about how big this is and how much goes into it. But SaveTheLightShow.org, and you're doing a big push on it today, in particular, 12/25. So today is 9/25. 3 months exactly away. So if you can give 12/25, that's going to help ensure that this tradition continues on, and that's what we want. Tradition. Of course.
You guys are amazing. Every time I'm on your show, it's crazy how many listeners you have. It's crazy. I mean, people come up to me for weeks and say, I heard you on Preston and Steve. It's such an amazing, amazing community you guys have built here. And thank you.
We know it very well. And they respond to stuff like this. We all do. We love this. It is tradition.
$12.25. Do that today. SaveTheLightShow.org. You're doing great work, Catherine. Thanks for checking in with us. We appreciate it.
You guys are too. Thank you guys so much. Have a great day.
You too. All right, Catherine, and make sure you do that. I mean, it's such a cool thing to take the family to. We're going to take a break. We're going to come back in just a moment. And don't forget, Kevin Nealon coming up in a little bit. We'll be back in a sec.
Up over your head.
Okay.
And you usually are able to do it, and then someone will come up behind you with a razor blade and cut the whole bag open.
Okay. Oh, no.
It's a good one, too.
Oh.
It's a good one, too. Yeah.
And it just spills all over them, right?
Yeah.
That's
luckily, I could not lift it over.
You were smart. You were smart.
I swear to God, we all would have ended up on Dateline.
Nice.
No.
I like that.
I've
Thank you,
seen
Jacqueline.
and listen, construction sites. There's no way I would bail. I would bail on that. Like I wouldn't be able to handle it.
You don't know what you're doing.
Yes.
A, in case B, you don't want to feel like you want. Oh, I'll go get that. I'll go get the bucket of steam.
Well, and I know somebody who was in a union and like couldn't handle it.
Yeah.
Couldn't handle how tough it was, the stuff like this that they were doing, and left. Got out, went out on his own for years, and then finally, after he knew, I guess he knew what he was getting himself into, knew what to prepare for, and went back and successfully stayed in, went through the apprenticeship and all of that.
It's tough. If you think about the commercial fishing in the early years of the show, The Deadliest Catch, they had the razzing and that sort of stuff. But I mean, in those situations, like Kathy, if you're on a construction site or whatever, you could literally get a coworker killed if you don't know what you're doing.
Yeah.
And so, I guess that's a tension breaker.
I saw one gag on the construction site and I don't know exactly what the story is behind it because I just watched the video, but they take a tape measure and they go to measure the guy's face, okay?
Yeah.
And then they measure from the top of his head down to his crotch, right?
Yeah.
And then they bring it out. And then they let the tape measure go, and it smashes them right on their nuts. Yeah. It's hilarious, but I don't know what the story is behind it.
It just turns into a pendulum.
Yes.
Gets them right in the balls.
I'm going to go to
It's too good.
Joy. Hi there, Joy. Good morning.
Hey, you guys rock.
Thanks. Oh, it's Joe. I'm sorry. Hey, Joe, what's going on, buddy?
Hey, so basically, back when I was in the Boy Scouts in a venture crew, what you would do with a new kid, you tell them when you got a fire going, you tell them to go get the left-handed smoke shifter out in the woods. And they go out there, and sure enough, they go and look around for about 15, 20 minutes for this left-handed smoke shifter, and it doesn't exist.
Yep.
I remember going snipe hunting when it was in Boy Scouts.
Snipe is a classic.
Mhm.
Yeah, in fact, there was a Cheers episode about snipe hunting. Yeah.
Yep. We'll go over to Brian. Hey, Brian, good morning, sir.
Good morning, fellas.
Hey, what's up, buddy? Hey.
Hey, when I was in the military, we used to do this thing that new guys, I was in an armor unit, we used to give them a ball-peen hammer and tell them to go out and check the tanks for soft spots.
So they'd be out there hitting a ball-peen hammer on tank armor.
Yes.
That's hilarious.
Was chalk involved with this?
Who?
Chalk. Like white pieces of chalk?
Yeah, well, sometimes, yeah. I mean, it all depended on how far we wanted to go with it, too.
All right, because
they had a...
Yeah, I'm sorry to interrupt, because somebody else texted in with the exact same or a very similar prank, but they would give a rubber mallet and a piece of chalk, and they would have to go look for soft pieces of armor on the tank, and they would ding the tank, and inevitably it would sound different in different spots. So they think, oh, this is a soft spot. Oh man, there's not enough armor here. Yeah, and they go around the entire damn tank.
Preston.
Sometimes they'd be out there for hours, but it was always a good time.
That is hilarious.
That's
That
great.
reminds me, Preston, of the Bugs Bunny war cartoons where they put him in charge of checking the missiles for duds. Yeah.
Yep. Mm-hmm. All right, let me go next to Paul. He's going to talk about prison. Hey, Paul, good morning.
Hey, good morning. How are you guys?
Good. What's up, my man?
Yeah, I worked in a prison for about 7 years, and, whenever you were the new guy, you always got stuck. When inmates came in, you had to do the strip searches.
Okay. So
That's a job no one wants.
they left that detail up to the newbies.
Yeah.
Okay.
No one wanted that job, and then anytime you had a disruptive inmate that you had to bring to segregation, if they really, really didn't want to cooperate, you had to do a staff-assisted strip search, which usually involved the newest staff member getting very intimate with the inmate.
Oh, wow. That's a trial by fire.
That's terrible.
Yeah, it was tough. I actually had a coworker get sued because the inmate claimed he put a finger in a spot.
Wow.
Interesting.
Did you ever prank a newbie by having one of the convicts have one of those endless handkerchiefs in their butts?
That would have been hilarious.
Thanks, Paul. Appreciate it.
This thing won't stop.
Let's see. I will go. Oh, yeah. Let's go to this one. Hey, Brian, you're on the air. Good morning.
Hey, good morning. How are you?
Good. What's up, my man?
So I was an electrician, and I was on a wage job, and I was only 18 years old. Never really been in a bar. So after work, all the guys took me to a bar, and they said, we're going to sing karaoke.
Okay.
And they said, we'll sign up first so you can see how it goes, and then, you'll go last. I was like, okay. So being a country guy, and, I figured I'd sing Garth Brooks to dance, and, they said the karaoke starts, and I'm going to kind of waiting for one of the guys' names that I'm working with to go, and of course it's my name that goes first.
They called you first. Nice.
None of the other guys signed up. It was only me.
So you're putting on a concert.
You had to get up there and sing that tender Garth Brooks ballad.
It'd be funny
How'd that go, by the way, Brian?
So I did well, except I really kind of brought the atmosphere down in the bar because, upbeat bar, and here I am.
Yeah, it's like when Nick played We Got Tonight at the frat party. Mhm. That's great, Brian. Thanks, man.
It would be really funny if they all just signed up his name instead of, because they all look like they were signing up. But if they
every single song they kept calling him back to be, that would be a good one. I like that. These are rookie kind of newbie initiations that we're talking about because the NFL does these rookie dinner. There was an article in the New York Times about that recently, calling that out. So I'm going to go to Dominic next, another Boy Scout story. Hey, Dominic, good morning.
Good morning. You guys are office.
Thanks, your office. What's up, bud?
So when I was my first sleepaway camp for Boy Scouts, I was 12. We were about to go swim in the lake, and they sent me to go look for the fallopian tube.
Oh my God.
Scorpions.
Fantastic. That's really good.
Yeah, that was embarrassing, especially when you don't know those things.
Yeah, so were you going up and asking leaders where the fallopian tubes were?
Yep, and there was a nice warehouse full of kids. This had to be a thing they did every year because all I got was laughs right away.
That's great. All right, thanks, Dominic. Which one, Casey?
I was looking at number 6 because we had like 2 calls that were just very similar.
Okay, I'll go to Ben. Hi, Ben. Good morning.
Good morning.
Hey, what's up, bud?
Hey, so I've worked in kitchens for a while, and it's part of the new guy kind of hazing was either emptying out all the hot water from the coffee maker at the end of the night, but obviously since it's set up to constantly brew.
Oh, it's hooked up to a line?
Run out.
Oh, my God, that's great.
So there's guys there 5-10 minutes just emptying it out. Also,
it's just constantly running. That's
I
love it.
Sending them out looking for left-handed pizza cutters or pickle jar openers. Oh, it's in the tool in the back.
That seems to be a common theme. The left-handed, whatever it is.
Yep.
Yeah.
I
love that.
And I like the pickle jar opener.
And
Thanks, man.
you're right for the picking because you're nervous. You're the newbie. It's like, oh, okay.
Yeah. All right. I like this one. I'm going to go to James. Hi, James. Good morning.
Hey, good morning, guys. How you doing?
Great, man. What's up?
Yeah, way back in the day, my brother used to tell this hilarious story when they worked at U.S. Steel. There was this huge crane that would move material from building to building, obviously operated from a tower, crane operators. And they would give the newbies this hokey little box with 2 buttons on it, a transistor radio antenna stuck in it, and tell them that was operating this crane. And they would like push the button, and this huge crane was coming.
That's excellent.
That's so good. So they think they're operating a huge crane.
It's terrible. They felt so important, like they're operating the first day, and I'm operating this crane.
Oh, I'd pay good money to see a video of that.
Oh, that's awesome.
That's great.
Thanks, James. I appreciate it, man. All right, let's see.
You're watching this huge thing movie. You got this little.
They're letting me do this on my first day?
First day, I was a crane operator.
I'm going to go to Alex. Hi there, Alex. Good morning.
Good morning, you guys rock.
Thank you, Alex. We're talking about razzing the newbies. What's your story?
So when I was a kid, 16, 17, I worked at Chick-fil-A down in Florida.
Mm-hmm.
And I would train. I was a team leader, manager, whatever, and so I'd have to train the new kids who were my age, of course. But so I the girls especially, because the guys never fell for it. But I'm showing them how to where to find the chicken, the napkins, whatever. And they go, okay, what's next? I go, all right, well, now we got to go upstairs and pluck the chicken. And they go, she go, what? I go, yeah, upstairs. That's where where do you think the chickens come from?
So
and explain in a moment. Let's take a look at traffic.
A couple of them started crying.
But hang on, Alex.
I'm just joking.
Alex, is there even an upstairs at the Chick-fil-A?
Yeah, it was a very small office.
Okay.
Thing, and I convinced them that there was another door.
They gotta go pluck the chickens. That's fantastic. All right, Alex, thank you. Oh my God, there's so many other good ones here, gang. But we gotta take a break. There's another one that an electrician would tell them to watch out for that invisible floor glue. That's good. Be stepping around everything. Oh my God. Thank you guys so much. And then Samantha, as a waitress, said they would tell people to water the fake plants, and there's good things.
Oh, I love
All right.
Jessica's amusement park. She'd drop bolts and screws from the top of the ride to make them think it was falling apart.
Oh no.
That is terrible.
These are good, folks. Thank you very much, Marissa. Yeah, it was a late night last night, both for me and Marissa, both. We were at the Miller Theater for the screening of John Candy, I Like Me, and the Q&A session afterwards with Ryan Reynolds and Rob Mack.
By the way, do we want to betray that they, after our interview with Ryan Reynolds, they got in touch? Did we just mention that on the air, that they got in touch with us?
Immediately, yeah. We got an email from Ryan Reynolds, and so we have his email address now. He gave us his cell phone number. Unfortunately, Ryan wasn't aware of his schedule. So in the email, he had said, hey, want to say hi to you guys. I want to see you guys at the show. Here's my number, and then this is my assistant's number. And so
we were blown away that he would. It was a very classy thing to do, but it didn't work out. So.
Yeah, so we didn't end up meeting with him, but Marissa went, and I took my youngest, Caleb. We went. In fact, I spent all day. I didn't go home at all yesterday because I had an MRI, and then they had an appointment that I needed to go to as well at CHOP, and then after that we went and we're like, there's no way we're driving home and then turning right back around and driving right back into the city. So we just stayed and walked around the neighborhood and ate some food, went to dinner. We went to Bud and Maryland's.
Bud and Maryland's, isn't that so good?
That was a great restaurant.
Did you save room for the funfetti cake?
I did not. There was no way. We were stuffed. But and then we went to the Millie Theater and we go to the show. We watch the movie. Great crowd. Everybody was in a wonderful mood.
Oh, awesome.
And
because they're very proud of the movie, rightfully so.
And the movie was great. Didn't you enjoy it, Marissa?
So I had only seen clips of it before the interview. They sent us a screener like they do for a lot of movies. And I'm kind of glad because I find so much joy. I've shared this with you guys before in enjoying those moments in a crowd of people.
Yeah.
And especially with a retrospective about someone like John Candy, because when clips are coming, the Stripes clips play and the Planes, Trains, and Automobiles clips play, and everybody knows them. And sometimes you start giggling because you know the joke's coming.
Yep.
But then there was a couple moments like, Preston, you were familiar with some clips from Second City or SCTV, and you would start laughing because you're like, oh my God, this is going to be so funny. And so everyone was kind of on the edge of their seats when somebody around you would laugh ahead of time, kind of like, oh, this is going to be good.
Yeah. I looked over at Marissa, Steve, real quick when they were doing the Yellow Belly.
Oh my God, it's one of my favorites.
What was my reaction during that?
You did not laugh because it's about a guy who shoots a kid in the back.
He is a coward. It's a whole parody.
The bit is the absurdity of it. It's so outrageously ridiculous, but it was shocking for people who hadn't seen it before.
There was I don't know if you remember this series, Preston. It was in the 60s. And they would repeat. They showed it in the afternoon. Sometimes it was called Branded. And it was a guy, and that's really kind of what it's a parody of.
Okay.
And he's kicked out of the military of the time for being a coward. And so they made this yellow who actually shoots a kid and then shoots the mother for complaining.
Right.
Well, to that point, I remember looking over a moment or two and seeing like Caleb when the beginning of SCTV when they drop a television out of the apartment building and it smashes because they filmed a real television falling, and it was like, oh wow, that was real.
Yeah. And it was an interesting thing too. They had they gave you a sticker when you came in. And this is the first time I've seen this. And they asked you to put it over your phone's camera lenses. So no phone video or pictures.
This is
during
rather
the
than
event.
just confiscating the phone for the performance?
And it was a total honor system. Like they weren't really policing it.
It was kind of perfect. It was saying like, hey, we recognize you have your phone in your hand. You're probably going to keep texting until the lights go down.
Yeah.
But it was funny. I remember looking over once or twice and people were taking photos of the sticker.
I did.
With their phone in the theater.
Yeah.
Okay. You did too. I love it.
And but at the end when they came out for the Q&A, at some point Ryan just goes, take the sticker off. You can take pictures. It's fine.
Oh, that's great.
Yeah.
So when Ryan did that, Marissa obviously did and took a picture.
Can I say something before you're about to say it?
Sure.
Rob Mack shared 2 posts yesterday to his stories. If you click on the one before it.
Okay. Hold on.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, on Rob?
On Rob Max, he shared 2 posts yesterday. One was from the Preston and Steve show, and one was from me.
That's awesome.
That's excellent.
Love that.
And then, what happened after that, Marissa?
Okay, so the one of the Preston and Steve show one was a clip that we had pulled of Ryan saying how much he appreciated Rob and what a great friend he was, which he kept saying on stage yesterday. And then the second one was a photo I'd taken of the crew standing on the edge of the stage.
Oh, that's cool.
And
then Ryan Reynolds shared Rob Mack's post. So you got double shared by, you got double teamed by Ryan Reynolds.
You're just a couple of steps from DVDA.
And Rob Mack. So, but it's really cool that Ryan Reynolds shared Rob Mack's post and Rob Mack was sharing your post. And so, Ryan Reynolds has 53 million followers or whatever, and he shared your thing, Marissa. So I think that's badass.
that's pretty cool.
Who were the 4 people on stage, though?
So they had a moderator. There was also Chris Candy, John's son.
Okay,
was a special guest,
It was
which
featured prominently in the
really,
documentary.
really
and
cool.
was on the edge of tears the entire time.
Yeah.
From the moment he stepped out off on stage, seeing everyone react to it, to hearing stories, to hearing Ryan saying kind things about him and the audience saying kind things about his dad.
And Ryan is just so funny and charismatic. He's exactly what you expect him to be. He was hilarious. There was a great line where Chris, the son, said he was talking about his dad being aware of his celebrity, but also realizing, look, I'm just a real person. And he's like, you still got to take the trash to the curb,
right?
And my dad said that. He was like, no matter how big you are, you still got to take out the trash. And Ryan just goes, really? Do you?
He was so funny. Yeah. Which that's a famous Pierre Robert line. He tells a story about going to the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame and like seeing Mick Jagger and all of these people. Nick, maybe you remember which
Jackson Brown and Keith Richards. Yeah.
And then he's like, and there I am the next day cleaning
kitty litter,
kitty poop all over myself.
Right.
He's like, it just kind of grounds you.
How long did the Q&A last?
About an hour, Marissa.
Wow.
That's a decent chunk of time.
Hour.
Yeah, so was I.
What time did you get home?
I didn't get in my bed till almost 11:30. Yeah, it was a late night.
I know.
There were some great stories that were shared, though. One person in the audience shared a story about bumping into Steve Martin decades ago, and he was with his child. It was his kid's birthday party, and she said, "Excuse me, Mr. Martin, may I take a photo?" And he said, "Nope, not right now. I'm a dad right now. John Candy would have taken a photo with you. I won't."
That's a great story.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, and
it's
then,
it's very candid to admit that.
And then Ryan had a story about Steve Martin. He's like, I'm going to answer that story with this story. He goes, the first time I met Steve Martin, they were on the set of some movie or show or something like that. And Ryan was with a group of some of the cast, and they were having a good time. And Steve Martin comes and knocks on the door, and Ryan Reynolds opens the door and he goes, "Hey," he's like, "You guys sound like you're having fun. Do you mind if I come in?" And Ryan said he slammed the door shut in his face. And then he opened it back up. He's like, "Yes, of course, come in." So it was pretty funny. So it was a great time. And they're great people, and the movie is excellent.
Well, I also love that. Apparently, I don't know how many stops on this. We do know the schedule.
He's going to be in Brunswick, New Jersey today, and so I had also found out, and he doesn't like promote this or anything like that, but one of the reasons why he wasn't able to meet with anybody last night prior to or after the show was he was visiting sick children,
which is pretty amazing. What the thing I think is great though is they had he had Letterman come out. In the one before this one in Connecticut.
Yep.
So obviously Rob Mack was the celebrity guest. And I assume you just get the same thing at the next one.
Yeah, and it was great. I mean, he came out to Go Birds and Eagles chants, and it was just Philly love from the moment. Casey, so a portion of, actually all the proceeds from last night's show go to St. Jude's.
Okay, cool.
Where the association is. And then, Preston, who is it that started St. Jude's? I did not know that.
Danny Thomas.
Okay.
No, I didn't know that. Hey, Press, what did Craig Legans get to ask? Apparently he got up and got to ask a question. Do you recall?
I don't remember exactly what he asked. No, I can't remember what it was, but he did ask.
The moment I heard his voice, I was like, "Oh my God, that's Craig. Where is he?"
Yeah, it was cool. So great night, and glad those guys came in town and spent some time with us.
The silliest little detail, real quick. They were all drinking Clearly Canadian. Do you guys remember Clearly Canadian from the 90s?
Sure.
The drink. Well, it's sponsoring this movie.
Oh.
And I kind of wanted to stand up and be like, "What flavor are you drinking?"
Yep. Nice. But we didn't get a chance to ask questions, but it was really cool. So I saw this interesting article. I thought this would be worth mentioning to you guys. It was Google search data for 2025, and they have compiled the most searched slang words in Pennsylvania and America. And I will be honest, I don't know a single one of these.
Yeah, and you know what? The top one, and I'll let you reveal it. It actually popped up in my my Instagram feed yesterday.
That's the only one that I have heard. I haven't heard anybody say it, but I've heard a teacher ask, "What the hell is this?"
Okay. What the hell is it?
You want to know?
No, yeah, I have no idea.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Well, you're going to find out.
Well, it's the most searched slang word in Pennsylvania. It's not really a word. It's more of a phrase.
All right. Are they like new words used by the youth?
Yeah, by the youth.
Okay.
The youth?
Yeah.
Youngsters? You mean at the malt shop?
So 6'7" is the one.
Oh, yeah.
Those are numbers.
Yeah, they are. But also, it's a thing that's become a thing lately.
Yes.
And I had to ask my son about it because I didn't know what it was, and it showed up on TikTok and Instagram.
Did he give you an answer?
He did, and I understood the answer. I also appreciated the fact that 6-7 will be gone by Christmas.
Oh, most definitely.
Okay. So we live in the most ephemeral time for these things. Like they'll take hold for a nanosecond because stuff is coming down the pipeline so quickly.
Yeah.
So I don't feel the onus on the general public, Preston, to learn these. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
They're not as long lasting as Groovy and 23 Skidoo and Tippy Canoe and Tyler too.
Sure. I just like knowing them because I figure like at least it's relatable for a half an hour, and then and I'm mostly just curious. I'm like, oh, I see this thing popping up. What is it? And then so I learn what it is, and then I go up the rest of my day.
I think because you want to be able to rap with the youth and have them know that you're fly.
Right.
Well,
I don't get mad at this stuff at the new slang. I really don't. I think it is kind of garbage.
Dog water?
It's kind of garbage that that I'm not allowed to use it, right?
What?
No. So like you're kind of a joke if you're an adult and you say things like Sigma and.
Oh, come on, Unc, you can use it.
Yeah,
you do though. You I hear you float stuff in all the time.
Oh, that's cat, bro. No. But I tried it, and my kids laugh at me like, dude, don't do that. And I'm like, why? This is what people say. I'm like, oh, because I'm in my 40s. I'm not allowed to say this. And the slang is coming in so fast and quick. Yesterday, my son, I just sent him a text, say, hey, good morning, man. How you feeling today? He's like, good. And then he writes, Humo Day, right? And I was like, what the hell is Humo
Go
Day?
F yourself is what you responded
Go
with.
ahead.
It was a typo.
It was a typo.
He meant to say hump day.
He meant to say hump day. And I read Humo Day.
Humo Day.
And I'm
well,
like,
that's a new one now.
You
for
got
us.
to use that.
Yeah.
You
Humo
have
Day.
to use that.
Yeah, Humo Day.
Humo Day.
I thought he was talking like airplane talking.
Dry talk.
Yeah.
Every Wednesday is now Humo Day.
All right. So
by the way, Casey, you're 50. You said him in the 40s.
Well,
yeah.
But I know that. that. But I'm saying, like, when I was in my 40s, that's,
Gotcha.
because now, like, that I'm 50, my kids aren't around
That's the
anymore.
new cool thing with the kids, Nick. When they're in their 50s, they keep referencing 40s.
Right. So 6-7.
Yeah.
6-7.
According to this definition, because you've got one pulled up here, Nick, I have a different one here.
Oh, well, all right. This is what my son told me.
So it says there is no literal meaning to 6-7. Its absurdity is the point, making it prime example of brain rot, internet humor, where the randomness itself becomes funny. It originates from the song Doot Doot 6-7 by Skrilla.
Right. Yeah.
LaMelo Ball, a basketball player. Did I get that right?
Yes, you did.
Melo,
Okay.
yeah.
Is he 6'7" or something?
I don't know. Created a trending video about being 6 feet 7 inches tall.
Okay.
Using the song, and kids and teens scream and chant it often, paired with exaggerated hand gestures.
So my son is obsessed with the NBA.
6-7.
My son, yeah, you look just like it right
I
now.
know, right?
You nailed it.
I look 10 years younger.
I was about to put a pencil in your mouth.
My son is obsessed with the NBA, and so he heard about it from LaMelo Ball, and LaMelo got it from the Doot Doot song, popularized by Skrilla.
Yeah. So, but this one says it has little inherent meaning and is used in various ways to express accomplishment, success, or simply as a catchy trending phrase. So you could say like, yo, 6-7.
That's what I heard. Like it's cool, it's new, it's trendy, and the application of it's cool, it's new, it's trendy will be also outdated probably by the time I'm finished the sentence.
Bad. I would simply say it's cool, it's new, it's trendy.
Yeah.
So that's number one. It's the most searched slang word in Pennsylvania and in the country, too, by the way.
I have not heard that at all. And to know that it has that sort of prominence, it disturbs me.
Well, you're not around the youths.
Oh, I'm always. I'm
You're at the mall
I'm
shop.
dope.
All right. The second one, Casey, I think already said Sigma.
Yeah.
What would you say that is?
I don't know. Is that I don't even know. I don't have words.
Right.
I don't know words.
This article says refers to an independent, self-reliant person who operates outside traditional social hierarchies, often described as a lone wolf.
So how do we end up with Sigma?
Oh, I don't know.
What's the correlation?
Not sure. I just know the definition.
I hear Sigma.
I don't know the origin.
What do you think of when you hear the word Sigma in this area?
David Bowie.
Sigma sound.
Yeah.
Well, my fraternity was Sigma Rho Lambda, so I think of that.
Sigma's a Greek letter, right?
Yeah.
Does it have any other other than slang, does it have a definition?
I think there's a math term that's derived from Sigma. Like it ends up in calc or something, doesn't it?
I don't know.
And then Preston did a song. He did a music video for me to a song called Sigma Oasis.
Oh,
Do you
yeah,
remember
that's
that? Yeah.
right. From Fish.
I don't even know what that means.
Yeah, Sigma Oasis. So then there's Huzz. Heard of that one?
No.
H-U-Z-Z. Marissa's looking at her interns anytime I bring them up.
Liv and Sam in here are like chomping at the bit to talk to you guys about these words.
Okay. But tell them to come in here.
Do you guys want to go in?
Yeah, help us to your jive, young ones.
Either or both. I
Liv,
don't
why
care.
don't you go in?
Yeah.
Yeah, come on in. Who's coming in?
Liv.
All right. So Huzz. I'll wait till Liv gets in here.
Yeah. See what she
Liv,
can tell us.
enlighten us, if you will, please. We're going to put you on this microphone right over here. By the way, Liv, real quick about you. How old are you?
I'm 21.
And where are you going to school?
Westchester University.
Okay. What would you say? How would you define Huzz?
This is like a big thing in my apartment.
In just your apartment?
No.
Okay.
But like, it's if you had like a crush, you would be like, oh, that's my huzz.
Yes.
That's your
Like a
crush.
husband. Okay.
I guess. I don't really know
There
where it
you
came
go.
from.
That's what that's got to be.
Yeah.
It's a replacement for Boo and Pookie.
I guess, yeah.
All right. So
Okay.
I guess is Boo kind of out of fashion now? I still hear Boo every now and then.
And Pookie was a puppet on the Soupy Sale show, Preston.
Right.
I don't even remember that. Somebody you want to impress, it says. The slang had a more derogatory meaning, and then it's blanked out. I don't know what it says here, but
It's
that has
redacted.
changed.
So Huzz.
I like, I think it's
husband.
probably short for husband.
Yeah.
All right, how about Symph?
Symph?
S-Y-F-M. Sypham. S-Y-F-M? I don't even know how you pronounce that.
It's over my head.
Maybe it is a acronym? S-Y-F-M. It says expressing disappointment when someone has failed to notice something important. So you effing missed. Oh, so it's like a text shorthand.
Okay.
I like that.
That's stupid. You like it?
I like that.
I like it too,
I'm
but
gonna use that.
you don't say it. I mean,
No.
like Sypham.
It
All
sounds
right.
like the beginning of syphilis.
Bop.
Bop.
Yep, there's that.
Bop.
So when you were
Bop a dop, maybe?
Is it like, I can't say it. I feel like it's like someone who's like
is it a
ran through. I don't want to say.
Ran through?
I guess.
Like a slut?
Yeah, I
Oh.
don't know.
Bingo.
Yeah, I don't know what I want to
Okay.
say.
All right.
A whore. We would
A whore,
accept
yeah.
whore.
Yes.
So no, someone who, it says here, a person with many sexual partners bops around from person to person.
Okay, so it could be a boy or a girl.
Yeah, sure.
All right, so it's
Yeah,
not
so
gender-
male whore.
Okay.
Someone
I'll take whores for 100, please.
who presents oneself online in a way that is thought of as immodest.
Okay.
And it says a derogatory word often used in cyberbullying, too. Okay.
So, yeah. But it basically correlates to someone who bops around, who gets around.
Uh-huh.
All right.
All right, how about this one, Liv? Chopped. Okay, she knows what that is.
What is that?
I say this every day.
Okay. Give me an example.
So today my hair's really greasy, so I say I wake up, I'm really chopped. I feel ugly today.
Okay.
Yeah.
Type thing.
It's a term that has become a synonym for something that is ugly, undesirable, or unattractive.
Got it.
Chopped.
Would you use it as an insult to somebody? Like, would you?
Yep.
Okay. All right.
Oh, you look chopped today.
Yeah,
Okay.
another thing in my apartment.
That chopped bitch better step back.
Exactly.
Should be bopping.
I'm going to Sigma her ass.
Yeah.
6'7", bro.
Yeah.
This is how you get your younger audience.
Clearly, sure.
This is it.
Definitely
we're
gonna
just
tune in
there.
for this.
They're
They're
piling
coming
on
in.
right now. All right, Sendy.
How do you spell it?
S-E-N-D-Y. Okay.
My friend's boyfriend is like student teaching right now, and he was like doing an example where he was like, okay, you can use like pop culture references or like your slang to do like a history example.
Okay.
And the one kid was like, let's get Sendy. And he was like, oh, haha, like that's funny. What is that? He didn't realize it's like shotgunning a beer. And like people on TikTok are doing it like with random items, and I think it's hysterical.
Oh.
But he was like, it's like shotgunning a beer. Like I teach 12-year-olds. I'm like, he's like, that's not appropriate. And I'm like,
this guy said he teaches 12-year-olds to shotgun beers?
no, but like he used the reference. Yeah.
I got you. I'm sorry.
So I've seen this Sendy thing where
I think
they're
it's
doing
hysterical.
things that should not be consumed. They'll shotgun.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, that's not what this says.
Oh.
Uh-oh.
Sendy is going all in and pushing your limits, getting sendy.
Well, that might pertain
Well, yeah,
to
but
this.
it doesn't exclusively
Yes.
mean shotgunning things. So it refers to committing to something and going for it.
Yeah.
And the term originates from send it. It is used in many situations like confidence, food, and even style as well. So you can be all sendy with your fashion if you're wearing something really outrageous and over the top. All right, how about this one? 41.
Well, I heard that replaced 67. Really?
Very
6'7".
similar to 6'7".
Yeah,
So what
already.
NBA star is 4 feet 1 inches tall?
I think it's a tribute to the Dave Matthews Band, number 41.
It refers to absurdity humor and very similar to the 6'7" slang term. By the way, this is number 8 most searched for slang word in Pennsylvania. It has no real meaning. So 41 is essentially the new 6'7". Wow.
No, I'm not over 6'7". We can't move.
So See, even you, youngin. These things
basically
come and go
old.
that
I'm
quick.
Your time is passing quickly.
Yeah.
So you don't even know the new number.
No.
Yeah.
And that term originates from rapper Blizzy Boy.
Blizzy Boy.
And became a viral meme. Here's one I used earlier, unk.
I love Unk.
Is that from, did that get popularized by The Bear? Because they use Unk when they refer to Oliver Platt's character.
I don't know, but you're right. They do call him Unk.
Yeah.
It's short for uncle, and it's used humorously to indicate old.
Okay. So someone who's not necessarily a family member, just someone who's
somebody who's old. Yeah. It's almost like boomer.
Yeah. I mean, I use it. Me and my friends use it because we're seniors. We're Unk.
You guys are Unk?
Yeah. When we see the freshmen, we go, oh, we're Unk.
Okay.
Yeah.
Which one of your unks would you most entertain the notion of having as your huz? I just.
Sorry.
All right, and this is the last one. Pennsylvania most searched for.
Oh, I know Pennsylvania.
Slang terms. Green FN.
Green FN.
You ever heard of that one, Liz? Okay.
Green F. All right, let's see if we can.
You won't
construct. Oh, really? It's
No.
that obtuse?
Yep.
All right.
Green for now.
So refers to a guaranteed win. Describes something amazing and highly desirable, often said after an exceptional shot or throw in basketball. And the team originates from the NBA 2K video game series where a perfectly timed shot is marked by the green color. I don't know what the FN is
It's
supposed to stand for.
two very bad words. Quite literally the F word and the N word.
Whoa!
Wow.
Yeah. So
Okie dokie.
Yeah, we should not ever use that one.
Maybe that elementary school friend teacher of yours would want to employ that as well.
Now, in the most searched for slang words in America, it's a whole other than 6'7" and Bob. Wait, there's a couple of them on here. Chopped and Huzz are on there too, but there's a whole bunch of other ones I wasn't familiar. So we got to try you out on these. You ever heard of mogging?
Yeah, it's
Okay.
stupid.
What is mogging?
It's like when I would say like a smolder, like, Flynn Rider and Tangled.
Yeah.
Like it's kind of like that. You're mogging.
All right, it says outclassing someone else by appearing more attractive,
Yes.
Oh my
skillful,
God.
or successful.
That is skibbity, right, guys?
Skibbity.
Let me ask you.
That's Ohio toilet. Come
How long ago
on.
was that?
That was like last year, 2 years
Was it
ago.
last year?
Yeah.
Which might as well be a decade at this point. When during the time when you would be assimilating nomenclature like this, right? Would you adopt?
We all did.
At that age?
Yeah.
Yes, most definitely.
Yeah, I didn't do it that much.
Oh, dude, I used to say, and here, you want to hear dated?
Okay.
So like, bitch was a big term.
Yeah.
Dude, that is so bitch. You talk about a band, Van Halen is just bitch, man.
All right, so this was big when I was in college, and boys and girls said it, and I can't say it on the air, but if something was good, be like, yo, that's the tease.
Yeah,
that's the boobs right there.
Yeah.
Like, and
I would hear
everybody
that.
Said that.
That used to be so mine was more pretty, kind sir. I'll see you in a fortnight. I'm a little bit older. They
popped up, man. The words came and went when I was younger and using whatever the next, look at things like bling that came around and was huge in the 90s
But it's also it's kind of crazy how that stuff happened like as quickly as it did, not having the social media that
I'll say this:
Yeah.
bling had a longer shelf life because things have accelerated so much that things come and go so quickly.
Right.
So you're sitting right in the 21 year. You're sitting kind of in the pocket for this.
Yeah.
Maybe aging out a little bit, but still, there's some of these that are eluding you.
Yeah.
even like viral videos, like they're only viral for
A day?
A day? Like couple days maybe?
Yeah, like not to like that's why when we were talking about Karen Ball Snatcher 3 weeks ago, my assessment was if she's able to escape the buzz right now, she could go undetected for the rest of her life.
Yep.
And I think that she has because that story came and went so fast. People just aren't talking about her anymore.
That's why Hornswaggler hung on for so long.
Yeah.
You didn't have social media.
Yeah.
You varmint.
All right, so another one is Big Back. All right. You're laughing at every one of these.
It's so surreal, and like, because I use it every day.
Okay,
I was saying to my friends the other day, like, you guys have your references from like that you guys say all the time,
Right.
and I have mine at like school, and like we have like our clips from daily life that we use. So it's just a different version.
What does this mean, big bag? Is it simply you have a broad back?
Like when you eat a lot.
Oh.
Like I'm big back right now.
You're a glutton?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, so someone who is seen as gluttonous or out of shape.
So, Preston, I picked up a lot of my slang from the Lincoln Douglas debates. And I remember watching, guess I got to write that down. That's good.
All right, glazing.
Oh, there's a porn term to that. Is that what that is?
No.
Okay.
No.
I wonder if it has anything to do with like grazing.
No.
No.
Are you aware of glazing? How would you describe it?
Like you're kind of like I see it in TikTok comments a lot. Like you're being too nice, so like you're not addressing like what's in front of you.
You're
kind of thing.
going over the surface. You're glossing over.
Yeah, kind of.
This says it means to praise someone excessively and insincerely.
Yeah.
A way to call out behavior where excessive flattery is used. I think glazing them. You're throwing too much on them.
Yeah, you're being too nice.
Zesty.
To me, it's the best saltine now.
I like those.
They're the ones I prefer.
Yeah, they're good for soup.
Yeah.
No, it's someone who is lively, exciting, or energetic.
That would be. Yeah, it has a zest for life, right?
I like this one, and it comes from a streamer. You ever heard of phantom tax? Phantom tax. I like this. It's playfully taking a portion of a friend's food.
Oh, yeah. Or I know it is like the roommate tax or something.
Yeah, so there's a streamer named Phantom, and he started it. Or she, I don't know.
All right.
Or they. I have no idea who this person is. Green FN.
Oh,
there you go with the FN again.
We did that one.
Oh, we already did that one. Never
You're not
mind.
allowed to say that ever again.
Yeah, don't.
I didn't say bad words. Reading a slang term. Delulu.
Yeah,
that's delusional.
Delusional.
Okay, short for delusional. Yeah. Clanker.
Those are low-hanging nuts.
No, I mean, well, there's a clanker, like, in basketball terms, if you clank one off the backboard or clank one off the rim, so, like a missed shot, maybe.
What would you say, Liz?
It's like the new. People say it's like a slur for robots.
You're right.
Oh. Yeah.
You're right.
Wow.
Yep.
So a way you would insult a robot, or if you'd compare someone to a robot?
We were talking about AI this morning, so this is very timely. Eventually, when robots take over the world, this is what you would say to insult them.
We have to have insults ready for the robots.
So when your Alexa's talking to you, this is what.
Right, but I won't
makes
because
you mad.
she's very kind to me.
Yeah,
exactly. It says a derogatory term for robots and AI technology. An example would be having to talk to a clanker would mean talking with a chatbot.
Yep.
I kind of like that
All
term.
right, we all need that to know.
I like that, yeah. All right, how about Ohio?
Wait, is this searches in Ohio or actually Hawaii?
Ohio is the slang term.
Garbage,
I
right?
thought it was the state.
I guess.
I thought we were shifting states.
Yeah.
It refers to anything strange or absurd. So not quite garbage, but just weird. And I don't know. I have no origin.
Does that have anything to do with people eating cats and dogs in Ohio?
I don't
last
know.
Year? Okay.
I don't know, but it's maybe.
Huh.
Then there's slop. We know this. It's usually it's AI.
Oh, AI slop.
Yeah.
Yeah. So describes low effort AI generated content. And then the last one is aura farming. Aura farming. You know what that is?
Is there like a particular video about it, or like it came from something? Because my friends were doing it and I didn't get it.
Aura farming.
I'm like, is that fishing for?
I guess
I think fishing for compliments. I have no idea.
It's kind of the same thing as mogging a little bit. Like you're kind of just, I don't know. Read the thing. I don't know. I'm not being helpful here.
Read the thing.
Shut up and listen.
Read the thing. It refers to behavior where a person does something for the sake of looking cool.
Yeah.
Aura farming. And it says often referencing anime characters. don't know about that.
All right, so we're looking at a video of someone who's performing a tricky motorcycle stunt, and that would be aura farming.
Aura farming. Showing off.
This little dance is what my friends were doing, and I was like, what are you doing?
Okay.
They called it aura farming.
We're watching a person standing on a motorcycle as it's riding, and she's doing that was a dab right there. She's doing a dance routine of some sort. So that's aura farming. Well, anyhow, if you were curious, by the way, those last few ones are some of the most searched slang words in the country. And the first set that we told you about were the most searched slang words in Pennsylvania as of so far this year. And that's through Google.
Hold on to this list, if you'd be so kind. And let's see how many are still valid and in use. Let's say
a year from now.
I'd say 6 months.
6 months.
Let's see. Let's see the shelf life.
6 or 7 months.
Yeah.
Supposed to do a hand gesture too, right?
6 or 7.
Thanks, Liv.
6, 7.
Smarter.
And you hit a microphone. You do it. 6, 7.
There you go. And then Rodney comes in and gets mad at you. Well, you were a source of a good source of information.
Yeah.
Even though you're aging out of the
I
times.
am. If I don't go on TikTok for a period of time, like I'm gone.
You're on.
I'm on.
What's up,
You know what? Soon you'll be complaining about your sciatica.
Yes. My back does.
Neuropathy, all of that. It's on the way. Thank you, Liz. Appreciate it. Pride,
Yay
Westchester
for Liz.
University here on the Preston and Steve Show. All right, we do have to take a break. I did not look into the Acme Lounge. Is Kevin Nealon here yet?
He's here.
Yes. My God, he probably knew every one of those.
Absolutely.
We'll take a quick break. We'll come back. He's going to be at Helium Comedy Club tonight, tomorrow, and Saturday. And there's some shows that are selling out. So get those tickets now, heliumcomedy.com. We'll get them in next. Stay with us. All right, so the rookie dinner in the NFL. But the difference between the ones that we heard about on the phones is this would cost you $25,000 to take the guys. And that's real money, and it's going away for good.
Right.
So it's a little bit different. But thank you for sharing. We do appreciate that. Speaking of $25,000, we got $1,000 to give away, and I want to make sure we're staying on time for it. It's for MMR's Yoo-Hoo Loot. And I've got more details on that in just a moment. It's coming up at 8 o'clock. Stay with us. B-File on the way next.
Preston and Steve on 93.3 WMMR.
Text here to read. It says, good morning to all. And it says, avid podcaster here. Great day for the Phillies. Playoffs, baby. And the gorgeous Manthes fall activities list. Can't wait to hear it. And then they write, Shooby Dooby Doo Wop, Casey boy.
I think it's the shabba shabba doo wabba doo wabba doo wabba.
Hi, Grandmom.
Yeah.
That one? Okay.
I think, maybe.
Hi, Grandmom.
So, anyhow, yes.
Hi, Grandmom.
Speaking of Manthes fall activities list, that podcast is now available. You can also watch yesterday's show if you would like to, as it was rolling out via the YouTube stream. Those are always every day. You can go back and watch that. Anything you've heard about, maybe that there's a visual element to here in the studio, go to our YouTube channel and watch it. There are multiple ways to consume it. This is true.
And I think, Marissa, is the link to the YouTube in the page of fall activities?
Yes, it is.
Yeah, so like you can see the whole list and then the link to watch it and get, everything that we talked about is right there.
So good.
Yeah.
It's time for some girl on girl stuff.
Oh, my God. Anyway, thank you, Manthe. Okay. All right, so I saw this article, and it is a survey of over 1,500 residents in 30 major U.S. cities to determine which cities swear most frequently. Cursing, okay? So using swear words, curse words, however you'd like to refer to it.
What, on a personal note, what's your level of cursing?
It's kind of high. It's not, I think Casey is by far the highest of any of us here. Yeah.
Just in passive conversation, I curse a fair amount. I use them as sentence enhancers.
Yes, to quote
SpongeBob. But that's I do. As I was thinking about it, and you had mentioned this topic early on, I do incorporate them a fair amount.
It's usually when I'm either really mad about something,
right,
or I'm really happy about something.
Yes.
It seems to be on the extreme ends of emotion when I throw out the curses. But in passive conversation,
I do that. I think it's kind of weird.
It does always make the conversation better or make the story better.
Right.
But mine is, it depends on who I'm talking to.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
So like you guys, I will tell a story like that, no problem. But like I have a friend, and sometimes I'll tell the story and maybe say the F word, and I'm like, oh wait, I forgot. I don't do that with
I
her.
know.
And it makes me feel awkward. And so then I stop, and my story becomes, something completely different because I'm not using those words.
I've had that exact. In fact, I've had it recently where I'm like, I don't know if this person is comfortable with me talking this way. So well, I have to go. Yeah, it's an awkward thing.
So in this survey, they asked people how often they swear, the situations they swear in the most, and even the age that they uttered their first swear word. I think I remember the first time I dropped the F-bomb in front of other people, and I was probably in like first grade or something like that. I remember saying it, and then my sister being like,
oh my God, we pack a bag, we've got to leave.
And it was like, I'm telling, that was the whole thing. I'm telling.
A Christmas story.
Yeah.
Could not believe.
So the average respondent swears 21 times per day. Please.
But like, does that include like damn and hell and stuff like that?
That's a good question.
Yeah. Yes, it does actually, Casey.
Okay.
So this is according to the overall average. So the average age Americans start. Well, you know what? Let me dive into some of the more specific. So here, younger generations are more likely to use swear words. Gen Z swears an average of 24 times a day, compared by baby boomers swearing 10 times per day.
No.
By 9 a.m. we've already doubled that.
We curse more before 9 a.m. than most people do all day.
Men swear more than women. 22 versus 18 times per day. This is per this particular survey. So the U.S. cities that swear the most, that curse the most, where do you think we in Philadelphia fall?
I'm going to put us way up there.
I think we're high.
way
top
up.
10. I feel like the Northeast is a hotbed for cursing.
I'm going to put us top 5.
Okay.
Yeah.
We're number 4.
All right. We're number 4.
Now
we're number 4.
We're tied for number 4. So I'll give you the top 5 and all the ties. So number 1 is Columbus, Ohio.
No effing kidding.
Yeah, right?
Is it just because they wake up in Columbus, Ohio?
That must be it. You start the day by dropping an F-bomb as soon as you roll out of bed.
Columbus, Ohio. Okay. Would not have called that one.
Number 2. I'm in Columbus. So Las Vegas is number 2.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Well, there's a lot of people losing their mortgage.
Yep.
That was one of the first cities to legalize cursing.
Number 3 is Jacksonville, Florida. So far, none of these in the Northeast, Case.
Wow, okay.
What is that? Number 4, a place you're familiar with, Casey, Oklahoma City.
Wow, okay.
Recently went through town there.
These seem to be a bit more, I would not figure these locations for a high level of cursing.
Well,
but maybe just mental duress is the reason.
I had heard that the entire middle of the country is like, don't curse. I just for some reason thought that anything in and around the mighty Mississippi, they were like, no.
Did Dumas tell you that?
Dumas did not.
Okay,
no, but I did hear it. I thought recently I
all
heard
right.
it.
You heard what?
That the middle of America just doesn't curse very
as much.
Yeah.
Right. So tied for 4th is Philadelphia, Dallas, and Indianapolis.
I don't like being in a tie.
No. We have to have an F off.
I think we beat, absolutely.
Yeah.
We beat Dallas. I know Dallas. And Dallas ain't, they ain't cursing as much as we are. And then what's the other one, Preston?
Indianapolis. So there's another,
They have a big
middle
race.
America.
I know that.
City. Tied for 5th place, San Francisco, Fort Worth, which is right next to Dallas, and Louisville, Kentucky.
So whatever their metric was for determining this, they couldn't work out one that would not cause ties?
I guess not.
Get a little bit more specific, but interesting. Okay.
Yep. So Columbus has an average of 36 swears per day. Las Vegas, 30 times per day. Jacksonville, Florida, an average of 28 times per day.
I'm so surprised that like Boston's not in there.
Yeah.
I don't know, because when I just think of cursing, I have a couple of people in mind that are from the New England area, and they are women.
Yeah.
That they curse and they say the F word and stuff.
Okay.
And like the one that I'm thinking of is older. Like she's like my mom's age, and I was like, oh, this old women like say the F word. Because I don't know if my mother has ever said the F word.
Oh, my mom dropped an F-bomb last week.
Did she really?
Oh, yeah. It was hilarious. I was cracking up. It was so funny to hear her say it. But it depends on, how you were raised. I guess.
My father obviously spun as they say, a tapestry of curses that legendary. My mother, not so much.
How about your moms, Kathy?
No. Casey, I've heard my mom say the F word one time. Our entire family still talks about it. We were in Montauk, and my parents were arguing about whether to stay in and eat and cook dinner or go out. And my mom said, "We have effing chicken at home."
Okay.
And so we still remember that.
That's funny.
Wow.
My mom is like your mom and your mom, Casey. She'll substitute words. So she'll be like, Casey, you joke around every now and then, say cheese and crackers or things like that. But my mom does that on purpose. She'll gee willikers, things like that. Gosh dang it, and so she'll drop those types of curse words.
Marissa, how about your mom? Because maybe I have the only potty mouth mom here.
Preston, I think you do.
Oh, wow.
My mom is like everybody else's. Like they'll slip once in a while, maybe like more than your mom's, but not regularly at all. My dad, though, it's just free flying.
Well, same thing. My dad, that was it. My dad cursed. My mom didn't.
Okay.
My dad didn't either. I remember the first time I heard my dad say the F word. My mom had recently had like either back or neck surgery, and so she was laid up. He had a lot on his plate, and I was being an a-hole.
Yeah.
And he let me know it, and so. And I was probably like 13 or 14 years old when I had heard it. And then I didn't hear it for years after that until I was like a full-blown adult. But so you can't blame your parents, because I've got a potty mouth, and it was, maybe the S word was said around my house, but that was it.
Around Thanksgiving.
Yeah.
By the way,
let's eat this S.
I'm going to have those. There was a whole section. I'm going to hang on to it for a minute here about the replacements.
Okay.
Replacement words and phrases for curses, which are great.
Yeah, my mom does it to this day.
So where Americans use swear words. So locations and situations where people feel comfortable using profanity are different. And as it turns out, most are comfortable swearing in public.
Yes.
And 2 in 3 Americans think that it is acceptable to swear in public.
Oh, I wouldn't do that.
Would you say so? So like at a restaurant, or I wouldn't. I don't do that.
No, because I'm always worried
Right.
that there's kids around.
Right.
Yeah.
I said the S word at Jace's baseball game, and I was like,
Oh
no.
You're like I got to take an S?
Well, no, but I felt bad because there's kids.
Man, we're going to have to ask you to leave.
I almost thought that. I was like, oh my God, I'm going to get kicked
She's
out.
a broadcaster. That's why they're very loose with the curses.
Wait, I need to hear the situation. Did you yell it at the umpire?
No. It
Cut
just,
the S.
Yeah.
No, the kid was out at first, and I just went, S.
Oh.
It was like
And
not.
by the way, Kathy would never take an S.
Yeah.
She would not give one. I don't give an S about that, but she would never say, I got to really take it.
Yeah, totally. You're correct about that.
So apparently, while Americans most likely are to swear at home, which is 55%, 24% of Americans swear the most when out with friends. Only 7% swear the most when driving. And a similar amount use the most swear words at their workplace.
That's fairly correct. I out and about again. I wouldn't start cursing in public for the reasons you say, Kathy. And people are sensitive to it. With friends, a little bit more so, and probably during at home. When I'm watching TV, it's a standard thing to curse at the set. So and it's part of a joke that I do all the time with my wife. So that happens fairly liberally at home.
And it says here, certain work cultures find swearing more acceptable than others, but most professional language does not include swearing. It's used freely here all the time.
Yes.
So when I was at home on Saturday, I ended up tearing up some carpet on my steps, and I have these blisters on my 2 fingers there, Preston. And I noticed that I was saying a word instead of a curse word over and over and over again. So what I meant by the curse word was mother effer, right? but I just kept saying, "Oh, you mother." Oh, and I kept saying mother over and over again. So I felt like I was getting the
visceral
feeling.
I would have to follow
cursing.
through. Yeah, I couldn't stop short at mother. I'd have to take it all the way through. Yeah.
Okay. They asked Americans to rank their likeliness to swear in certain situations where it's typically considered inappropriate: at work, in front of strangers, at the dinner table, in front of elders, in front of kids, or in front of their boss. Of these, Americans are more likely to swear at work, 69%, with residents of Philadelphia, Columbus, and Detroit most likely to swear on the job.
We did it!
So we're number one.
Yeah, we're number one.
Cursing at work.
Number one.
A majority. Thanks, Marissa. Our next guest, from years on Saturday Night Live and all the movies that he's been in, and his Hiking with Kevin series, which is wonderful. He is performing at Helium Comedy Club, and we're excited to have him back in our studio. The amazing Kevin Nealon.
Yeah. Thank you.
Nice to see you, Kevin.
Wow. Finally, I'm hearing some applaud.
Hey, we were, as I said, we were playing the Red Hot Chili Pepper song all around the world. And off air, we were talking about you growing up in Germany.
Yeah.
Till what age? How long did you live there?
Well, my father worked for Sikorsky Helicopters. He was an aeronautical engineer. And so they had a contract with a German outfit, as he calls it. Back then, they called it. And I always thought he worked for Lederhosen. But no, it was, so we lived there when I was 6 until I was 10. Wow. And when we took vacations, it wouldn't be to Florida. It would be to France, or the Alps. And I learned how to swim in Greece. I learned how to ski in the Alps and learned how to argue in Italy. Wow. So a lot of hand movements.
Yeah.
So, so I loved it. It was really a great experience for a kid.
Yeah, and you get that by attrition. You learn a language just at the point where we're basically sponges to information.
Yeah.
And so what's your level of fluency? Have you maintained it over the years?
No, I haven't. I mean, when I came back, I was 10, and they didn't teach it in high schools.
Right.
So I took French. So I know a little French and a little Spanish, but more German.
Right.
And very little English.
With your dad's profession, did you, I assume, one of the perks would have to be you'd occasionally get into a helicopter now and then, yes or no?
He would not recommend that.
Okay.
Really?
I think I had been in a few over the years. I flew over a volcano in Hawaii. I was one in South Africa on a safari, and maybe a couple others. But he would always come home and say, "God, we lost Ted today."
Oh,
they were what do you call it?
Test pilots?
Test
Yeah.
pilots.
Yeah.
Oh my God. But a helicopter, they're safe. They're safe, but they take a lot of maintenance because they vibrate a lot, and every bolt, every nut, and it's just shaking and loosening up. So if you're on a helicopter, you should bring a wrench with you.
Well, you saw the footage that happened over the East River just recently.
What happened?
Well, it was maybe about a year ago, I don't know, recently, but it basically disintegrated.
Oh, yeah.
Fell out of the sky.
Yeah, it fell out of the sky.
A helicopter?
Yeah.
How do they disintegrate?
Well, the back rotor just flew off.
Oh, I see.
And it just things started crumbling.
They didn't have a wrench,
They
obviously.
didn't have a wrench.
Clearly. There was a comedian friend of mine from San Francisco. I forget her name, but she moved to New York. She became a traffic correspondent. Do you know about this?
Yes, I do. I was listening when it happened years ago. Yes.
So what happened was they were flying, doing traffic report, and the helicopter was going down. And luckily they landed in the Hudson, and she survived. And part of her comedy act, she would say, "Have you ever tried to swim with a helicopter on your back?" And then sadly, I don't know, a year or two later, same thing. She was crashing, and then you could hear her on the air saying, hit the water, hit the water.
Oh, yes, I remember that.
Yeah, she died.
Oh, wow.
It's such a wild sensation, though, a helicopter. It's clearly different than, I don't want to go do a helicopter chat with Kevin Nealon, but it is cool to do it. It is unlike anything else.
It is. I was I did a little hiking show, and I was hiking with Bill Burr.
Yeah.
And he's got his helicopter license.
Yeah.
So he flies all the time.
Dude, we actually, was that his first?
I think we're the reason for
First
that.
ever helicopter flight was because of us. We were doing a live broadcast from a business that had won an incentive for us to be there. Bill was in town to play helium, most likely.
Yeah.
And we wanted to do something fun and cool. And so we hired a helicopter to fly him from wherever we had him meet at an airport or something out to where we were and land in the parking lot. And he loved it. He just absolutely loved it. And I think we planted the seed.
Wow.
Yeah. What would you like to do? What can we do for Kevin Nealon? What have you always wanted to do?
But I was just thinking, the association that I have with Bill Byrne here is that I think it was the thing that put him on the map was that concert he was doing and heckling him.
The virus tour, the Opie and Anthony.
Yeah.
This could be the most important city in his career. For all we know.
Yeah. He was actually bombing until he tore the city a new record.
All the way to he was counting the minutes down. 6 minutes. What is the birds? What do you call them? The birds? What are they? Blah blah blah. You know, I can't even replicate what he said. But I will tell you one helicopter experience I had that was horrible.
Okay.
I'm flying up to Montreal to do the Just for Laughs Comedy Festival, and they do these pranks. There's some people that do the pranks up there, the prank show. And I didn't know this, but I get off the plane and they say, "Look, there's a lot of traffic getting into town. You're going to be on in an hour, and we'll never get you there in time. So we have a helicopter. You okay with helicopters?" I said, "Okay." I didn't really want to go.
Right.
I used to also work in the Sikorsky helicopter factory. I used to refurbish the helicopter blades.
Okay.
So I get in this helicopter. It's one of those ones with a whole glass front.
Oh yeah,
small one.
The bubble.
Yeah. And I'm waiting. We're waiting for the pilot, and then the guy apologizes. Goes, "I'm sorry, he's a little bit late. He'll be here." And this car comes fishtailing around the corner. Comes pulling in and hits the garbage cans, and the pilot gets out. Goes, "I'm sorry I'm so late. I'm sorry. Let's go. Come on, let's go. Let's go." I said, whoa. No, I can't do this. This is not happening. And I usually won't say no because but this time I had to say no.
No.
I said, I'm sorry, I can't. And they said, "You're right." They got me from the party. I did not know I was coming. And
they got me from the party.
Yeah, they pulled me from the party. And so they say, "We got another pilot. Don't worry about it." And waited like 5 minutes, and then this guy comes out, kind of a bodybuilder guy, and he had these Coke glasses on,
Oh man!
And I said, "How many fingers am I holding up?" He goes, 5. I said, No, I can't do this. I can't. I thought he was just carrying the bags out,
Yeah.
And so I said, I can't do this, man. I can't do it. He goes, "Okay, we got a good pilot for you." And this guy comes out. He looks like a pilot.
Yeah.
And I get in the front next. I was going to get in the back. He goes, "No, get in the front," because that's where the cameras are, catching them. And I get in the flat. They close the door. They start up the props. And he's looking up at the controls. He goes, "Oh, boy." I said, "What?" He goes, I've never flown this model of a helicopter."
Oh, my God.
I said, No. I got to get out. I got to get out.
That's your third pilot.
It was a prank. And they all came running out.
Seriously.
They all came running out.
That's great.
That's a good prank.
I love that.
But they were going to take me up in the air and then pretend there was something wrong with the helicopter.
No. You can't.
That's a step too far.
Yeah.
That's one step too far.
I did see that, though, on an Instagram once. Some guy flying a plane, they pretended he had a heart attack.
I've seen that
God.
footage, and that crosses the line.
No, that's a lawsuit.
Yeah.
Kevin, I wanted to ask something. I want to see if this is true or not. And it has to do with your days on Saturday Night Live. It's a connection that you have to NASA, and I want to see if this is true or not. I was at Kennedy Space Center years and years ago, and we were taking this extended tour, and they take us out to the launch pads and all this stuff, and they take us out to the actual vehicles, the crawlers that move the Saturn rocket.
The answer is
out
yes.
to the pad.
I did develop that.
So you did develop that. You are an engineer, aren't you?
So Sikorsky paid off.
No, but do you know the names that they gave to those gigantic vehicles that move those that they move the
no, I don't
instruments?
know.
Their names are Hans and Franz.
Really?
Did you know
Are there
that?
2 of them or just one?
There's 2 of them.
Wow.
Yeah.
I did not know that.
Oh, okay. So because they were saying that you guys took those names for your characters,
Yeah.
you and Dana,
Yeah.
and that it makes sense because they move these just really strong, slow moving.
Yeah.
I wish they named the rocket after us.
Yeah, right.
Hans and Franz 2.
So that was. Did you come up with the character names?
Yeah, like I said, I was in Germany, I kind of knew that it's not a big deal, but I came up with the Hans and Franz names because I knew that, and they rhymed, whatever.
No kidding.
But yeah, I mean, Dana and I came up with the characters because we were at the Red Roof Inn once in Nebraska somewhere. Well, we were doing a tour, and we heard Arnold Schwarzenegger, and we just kind of mocking him.
The rest is legend.
I heard that because I know you're pretty good friends with Conan O'Brien, that you and Conan wrote a movie, the Hans and Franz movie, and it never got made. Is there a possibility it might ever get made?
Well, I actually wrote it with Conan O'Brien, Robert Smigel, and Dana. But I did most of the work. Well, we wrote it with Arnold as the co-producer,
right,
and starring in it, and he was excited about it. And it came time to do it, and he didn't do it because these big stars, they have like 3 movies on the dock, and they pick one that they want to do. And he had just done Last Action Hero, where he's spoofing himself. So it didn't get done. But then recently, I don't know if you saw him on Conan.
Yeah.
He was talking about it, and laughing at how funny it was.
Yeah, I think now he would do it. And you guys did a table read with Conan, which was hilarious.
Yeah,
Yeah, so have you pitched it to Arnold?
Well, he actually said, we should do that now. It's so funny, they walking down the hall and they give you directions. You go down to the buttocks and then you make a right at the pictorial statue. Is it so funny? Dana Carvey and the other guy.
There was a rush of movies that were made. Obviously, you had Wayne's World, and then when they started to sort of falter a little bit, they tapped back a bit on it. Was this movie on the docket around that time? When
I think it might have been. I don't really remember, but it was a musical. It became a musical. It was really funny. It would start in. We came from Little Austria and New York City. You have Little Italy, you have Little Austria. And you take the cable car from Roosevelt Island. They have that cable car.
I'm very familiar, yeah.
And that goes even further up into the Alps of New York. And it's all black and white in the town. And it's like, there's the cartoon birds and there's women sweeping the streets with the old straw,
Is it like Brigadoon?
Yeah, a little bit. And we're just, part of that city. And we decided to go out to Los Angeles to meet our cousin, Arnold Schwarzenegger. We think he's our cousin. So we go out on a bicycle built for 2. And along the way, we pick up hitchhikers. And then all of a sudden, they're on a unicycle hooked up to our bike. So we got like 8 people finally. And then when we get there, they all go their separate ways on the unicycle.
Oh, that's great.
But anyway, it was a fun movie. And let me tell you something, this is a great movie. It didn't get. We even tried to pitch it as an animated cartoon a while ago, but it didn't go anywhere.
Speaking of movies, Happy Gilmore 2 was great. I loved it.
You like it?
Yeah, I really enjoyed it. I'm a golfer, so I was geeking out on all the
I got to interview
the cameos.
Scheffler,
No, he was. I love what was done with him. You guys really had fun with him.
Down in jail.
It was just the best. Did you have fun on set?
I did. I had a great time. It was such a massive production. And when we did the original Happy Gilmore, I don't know what the budget was, but it was tight. It was like one of his first films in British Columbia. And it was very simple, and there wasn't a lot of trailers. But I got to this place in New Jersey. I don't know. There was probably like 20 big white trailers for everything. And then the golfers, they had like 20 golfers in the pros.
No doubt.
They had a trailer with a gym in it so they could work out. And Eminem was there. He did a part.
Yeah, he was good.
Yeah,
I didn't even know that was him.
Right.
I had no idea that was him until the end.
Yeah. And he did a scene in the pond, getting attacked by the alligators. And him as like the kind of the somber, hip hop guy, rapper.
Yeah.
And when he was there, he just seemed like a kid.
No
Even though
kidding.
He's 60 now or something.
Yeah.
But he gets in the water. He goes, Adam, give me a line to say. Give me something funny. I don't like water. I don't like water. Can I tell you that? I can't swim. But all of a sudden, he was like a little kid, instead of the 8 Mile guy.
Is that a different vibe? Well, Sandler movies, different vibe on a movie set than most. It just seems like it's more.
He seems to strive for a familial. He obviously employs a lot of his friends and people who deliver for him. He's not an idiot,
right?
But the legend case to that is that he is definitely about giving everyone a good time and having everyone. That's why you guys are in so many of the movies,
right? And that's because he likes having a good time too.
Yeah.
In fact, I'm on tour with him right now.
Yeah, you were just here, right?
Yeah, we were here the other night.
Yeah.
And it's amazing. I've never played in these 10,000 seat arenas. there's 10,000 seats. There's only 200 people there. But you know what I'm saying.
It's easier to play to a seat than it is a person.
Yeah, you get more reaction.
Is it hard? Do you have to change your approach in a room like that?
Well, I'm only doing 10 minutes. You know, he does like an hour and a half or whatever. So it was me and Rob Schneider and Tim Meadows. It's different people each, throughout the tour. Kevin James comes once in a while. He sits out in the audience, and Sandler takes a flashlight and puts it on him, and everybody sees him. They go crazy. Steve Buscemi was there the other night.
Oh, awesome.
These are beloved. This is like a troupe. Almost you consider the Adam Sandler troupe, and everyone is beloved in that. And then, at his Mark Twain award, Sandler's award, everyone was talking about their experience. I think I forget who it was who said, I've never been to a tropical location because Sandler will fly you to all these places as well. And what are the movies? How many movies have you been in with him?
Over a dozen.
Okay.
But, it's actually called the Mark Twain Prize.
The Mark Twain
It's not an
Prize.
award. I poked fun at him. I said, I thought you were getting an award. I mean, a prize is something given a box of Cracker Jacks. You know what I mean? What is it, plastic?
It's true. It doesn't seem as impressive.
I've done a lot of, we went to South Africa for 2 months to do Blended. That movie,
And
Blended.
by the way,
I love that movie.
I didn't think I was gonna like, dude. I loved that movie. Terry Crews, like everybody. It was so much fun.
Oh yeah, I go to work out in the morning once in a while, and he'd always be there. They gave him a key to the gym.
I believe it. I believe it.
What the name of the town was, Sun City, and he would be there every morning, then go back at night. I don't know why he's not in better shape, but whatever.
Hey, I want to ask real quick because I was just going through your Wikipedia, and I just. My son plays rugby now. He's in college, and I saw that you played at Fairfield, which was on his list.
Was it?
Apparently, the rugby house is it's basically a beach house. It's right on the beach. Did you live at that house? By
No, we
any
didn't
chance?
live there.
Okay.
No, I lived at home, but it was called the Connecticut Yankees.
Okay, yeah.
So I played soccer in college, and then football. I was quarterback on a football team and kicker and punter.
Wow.
Because I played soccer. I played soccer in Germany when I lived there.
Okay.
So, and then rugby came along, and I thought, this is great, man. This is...
It's all of it. It's football, it's soccer, it's all of it.
Yeah, without protection.
There's the big plug. Yeah.
But the most dangerous thing about it, and you got to watch your son with this, is the after parties.
Yeah.
I've never seen such drinkers, man. They pound it back, and there's limericks.
Did
there
you
once
shoot the
was a
boot?
man from... Probably.
Okay. All right. Yeah. Wait. The limericks? What's this all about?
All these limericks. That's what the whole thing is. They get drunk. There once was a man from Nantucket, and all that.
Yeah.
I can't remember them, but everybody had like tons of them, and you're out on the field playing the game, and you're like attacking people, and fights breaking out, and then you're at the pub afterwards. Everybody's singing and drinking.
Yeah, both teams party together after the games usually, right? Yeah.
We had this older guy in our team. I say he was older at the time, but he's probably 35. and he was a big drinker with a Stein, and I remember one day after the game, he's just talking away, looking around, talking to people. I take my mouth guard, and I put it in his beer. He doesn't even know it. He's drinking the whole thing. And I took it out. He never knew I had it in there.
That's great.
Kevin, I wanted to ask you another SNL question, if you don't mind. Yesterday was the 34th anniversary of the passing of Dr. Seuss. And 4 days after his passing, you hosted, the season premiere of SNL happened, and then you were doing Weekend Update. And you did this setup for Jesse Jackson coming on saying the reading, Sam, I am.
Yeah.
So there's a real quick turnaround from his passing till the setup of that joke. How did all of that come about? How did you pitch it to Jesse Jackson? And what was it like being on set? Because now it's this legendary performance of Jesse Jackson reading Sam, I Am.
Yeah. I did not write that one.
Okay.
That was Al Franken wrote that. Yeah. But so I didn't have to pitch it to him. That was an Al Franken thing.
So he reached out to Jesse Jackson?
I guess so.
Okay.
I guess so.
Because he was hosting, right?
I don't know that
He was the musical guest.
Yeah. He plays a mean flute. But I do remember to this day, I did not feel a lot of warmth coming from him to me.
Really?
It was not a very long handshake.
Oh, really?
One of those quick let goes.
Yeah.
But But yeah, it was a great piece he did, and it worked out nicely.
You're such an even-keeled guy. At least you've always been very nice and generous to our show when you come on.
I've given you guys tons of money over the years.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you. Finally, a thank you.
You do have sometimes personalities clash in all the years of the shows. I mean, talk about the wonderful sort of joyous thing that Adam Sandler said is, have you ever been on a project where you and perhaps some of the other actors or actresses are just not getting on and it becomes a little excruciating?
Yeah, I have been on some of those. Luckily, not a lot of them.
Yeah.
But there was a lot of, there was some...
specific names, please.
There was some conflict on weeds occasionally.
Weeds? Really? With all that pretend ganja around, or was it pretend?
It was pretend.
Okay.
Yeah, people, they say, how did you do that show? How much pot did you smoke on that show? I said, well, it's not real pot. It wouldn't be a show. So what these actors used in any of these shows where they're smoking a cigarette or pot, apparently, it's honey rose herb.
Oh.
Okay. And it's a little bit, it's a light herb, but it still burns your throat. So it's also, we get it from the Honey Rose Herb Cartel in Colombia, so it's got a little bit of a kick to it.
So they supply movie companies exclusively?
Yeah, you got to pay up front, or they'll slap you silly.
I was wondering, though, because, when you watch movies or TV shows where people have to play drunk, why not just get drunk and try and play the part? You know what I mean?
For the very reason he said, there's a great story.
Robert Shaw.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The Jaws, just because it's the Jaws 50th anniversary. And when Robert Shaw said, I'm going to be lit up for the scene where he talks about the Indianapolis delivering the atomic bomb and going into the water. And he couldn't do it. And he apologized profusely to Spielberg, came back the next day sober and played drunk and did that masterful performance.
Yeah. Well, the acting tip to playing drunk is try not to be drunk. Try not to seem like you're drunk. Because that's what drunk people do. They try to say,
right.
No, I'm fine.
Yeah.
I'm fine.
Yeah.
But, I was just thinking about this on the way in. I was reading this Lorne Michaels book that's out now in Lorne. And George Carlin was the first host. And he was saying how high he was on cocaine when he did his monologue.
Wow.
So I want to go back and watch it again.
Yeah.
And see, it probably won't make a difference to me.
I just watched it again because the movie Saturday Night came out, which was. Did you see that, by the way? And
I haven't seen it.
Yeah, I was very curious to see as someone who spent so much time there if it rings true. Most people say it seems to be fairly in the ballpark, but
well, there's been movies about stand-ups.
Yeah,
and I'll watch them like Tom Hanks, Punchline, whatever it was. And I think this is so ridiculous. There's no lockers in the back room for comics, things like that.
Yeah.
But the Saturday Night thing, I maybe that's one of the reasons I didn't watch it. Is because I knew they're going to kind of. But I heard it was good.
Yeah.
If you're just tuning in, Kevin Nealon's here. Is going to be at Helium Comedy Club. The show for Saturday is sold out. The early show is sold out, by the way.
Really? How did that happen?
You're damn good, sir. That's how.
7:30 tonight, 7 and 9:30 tomorrow, and then just the 9:30 show on Sunday. I wanted to talk about your Hiking with Kevin series.
Is it just the 9:30 show on Sunday?
No, Saturday. He said
Saturday.
Sunday, but he meant Saturday.
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Yeah, Saturday.
Yeah, the early show on Saturday is sold out. The 9:30
that's
show.
not the Preston I know.
I'm sorry to let you down, man.
It's all the ganja.
Well, we decided to drink today and try to make it real.
It's not the early onset of.
No,
not yet. We're close, but not yet. But
I'm a lot closer, by the way. And when you're done promoting my shows, I'm going to tell you what happened.
Okay,
really quickly.
But getting out with hiking with Kevin, when you go with these celebrities, those who don't know, you grab a celeb, you guys go out, you take a hike, talk about this and that, whatever comes up. It's fun. Are these all friends or?
It started off with friends.
Okay.
And then I ran out of friends. So on the third week, I would, what I do is I email publicists now.
Okay.
And I find out who I want to hike with somebody. Like I wanted to hike with Bill Burr.
Yeah.
Even though I know him, I don't want to put him on the spot.
Right.
So I'll go through his publicist.
Yeah.
And
but the show has enough traction, has enough heat on it.
Now people
it's
are
popular, and you get people to open up. And once you clear that first hurdle, people go, "Oh, okay, I can do this."
Yeah. Like yesterday, day before yesterday, I hiked with Zach Brown. Because he has a album coming out, dropping.
Yeah.
December 5th, and then he's going to be at the Sphere in Las Vegas.
Wow.
On December 5th. So his publicist came to me and asked if they could go. So now I'm getting a lot of people.
There you
calling,
go.
Or I'll call a publicist or email them, and I'll say, "Hey, can I get Arnold Schwarzenegger or whoever.
Yeah.
And they go, well, he's not promoting anything now, but how about using this one? And it's like not somebody I really even know or I want to have on.
Yeah.
But you play the game.
Awkward. Yeah.
Well, you had Tom Hanks, and you've had you've had
Bryan
Tom
Cranston.
Hanks. Yeah,
we're
Bryan
looking at
Cranston.
right now.
Yeah.
Have you ever been with someone and it became readily clear they were not in even remotely good enough shape to be hiking?
Well, David Spade always comes to mind.
Yeah.
There was a stipulation to hike with me from him. First, it took like a year and a half to get him. And then he goes, all right, it's got to be flat. It's got to be flat. And it's got to be between the rush hour, traffic, And then we'd be hiking and be perfectly flat. He goes, are we going uphill right now? Like a 1% grade. But sometimes, I'll tell you one guy I hiked with, and I won't tell you his name, but I called to get Arnold Schwarzenegger. She goes, he's not promoting anything, which I said was BS because he's always promoting himself. And he goes, but we have this actor from this show, and, he would be great. So I go, okay, because it was, the show was popular. I never heard of it. And he calls from the Uber. And I'm in a canyon. He's going to have an Uber bring him into the canyon. He goes, I'm trying to find we don't know where, I'm trying to talk to my driver. He speaks, I don't speak that much Spanish. I'm trying to communicate with him. Turns out the guy was from Armenia. So he gets I say, well, it's down at the bottom of Coldwater. He goes, you make a right. He goes, is it across from the fire station? I said, I don't know. Finally, I said, okay, I'll come down there. I'll meet you, and I'll drive you up. So I did that. And then we get into the canyon, and he doesn't know who I am. He doesn't know who I am. He's never seen the show.
How the hell is that?
His publicist. His
research. Yeah.
Right.
Publicist just says, here, do
Send
this.
him out.
It's a good show. People are doing it now. Comes out, and just not in a good mood. And we're hiking, and it's hard to get stuff out of him. He's not getting my jokes. And then we finish the hike. I got to drive him to an appointment.
Oh, so you became his Uber.
I'm his assistant now. He's on the waiting room for me.
Without telling us the actor, tell us the show he was on.
The Mary Tyler Moore Show.
It was Gavin McLeod.
Did it ever make it to an episode? Did you ever make that?
I haven't edited it yet.
You haven't edited it.
There's 10 shows I haven't edited yet.
I want to double back to something you had said earlier, ask you about something you were talking about early onset stuff. And
Yeah.
Sorry. I couldn't remember.
But there's your sign.
I'm like at that point now where I think everybody my age is thinking, when you hit 40, you start thinking about, wait a minute, am I getting dementia?
Yeah.
There's been several things. I would leave the stove on occasionally. But not high and nothing on it,
Yeah.
It's the way people used to heat their homes before there was heat.
Nothing dangerous.
My wife worried about that.
Okay.
And I'm talking like 3 times a year.
Okay.
For the last 20 years.
All right.
Not a big deal. The other one was I had an electric car for a while. So they turn themselves off.
Yeah.
When you get out. You don't do that. She has a hybrid car. Very quiet. So when I'm driving my car a lot, I'm kind of out of the routine of turning a car off.
Yep.
So she'd wake up, go out to the car. She goes, you left the car running all night. I said, really? And that happened quite a few times.
Oh, my.
I go to the airport. I leave the car in the parking lot.
It's a little understandable, though. A little bit.
I'll be gone for like a week.
And the car will be running the whole
Well, no, I would leave because I would go to lock it. It won't lock unless you have the engine off. But here's the big one. This is the one that scares me. I like cookies.
Yeah.
I like dunking them in milk.
Many of us do.
I take the Pepperidge Farm double chocolate Milanos out, my favorite. I can eat the whole bag at once.
Yeah.
And I got a nice ice cold glass of milk. And I go sit down and I'm dunking the cookies in the milk. And I put this stuff away. I think I'm going to go have another glass of milk, but I'm going to have a fresh one because there's crumbs in this one, just like it crumbs at the bottom.
Wow.
So I go into the refrigerator. I can't find the milk.
Oh, man.
The milk is not in it, the gallon of milk. I go, God damn it, I can't find the milk. And So I'll get a glass first. Let me go get my glass. I open up the cupboard glasses. The milk is in there. I didn't put it back in the refrigerator. But at least I didn't leave it out on the counter.
No, you're right.
Listen, I'm going to give you a pass because you're in the euphoria of one of the finest cookies ever made.
Well, let me finish. Let me finish.
Oh,
no
that
pass
wasn't
yet.
it? Oh.
No. So that one nobody knew that happened.
Okay.
I took it out. I go, wow, that was embarrassing. Maybe 6 months later, I'm somewhere. I'm outside of the house. My wife sends me a video. And she's going down very slowly, all the cupboards, until she comes to the glass cupboard. She opens it up, and the milk is back in there. Oh, my God. How did it get back in there?
Oh, my God.
That's when it started worrying.
Okay, I mean, it is a gallon. It's not like a...
Well,
neatly.
And I'm a good multitasker, by the way.
Right. Yeah.
But, as I get older, it's not as good. So I'm doing a fundraiser for Alzheimer's. And there's a lot of neurologists there.
Boy.
And I went up to one of them. I said, let me explain something to you and tell me if I've got a problem. And I explained it to her. And she goes, you know what? Not a big deal. There's so much distractions nowadays with the cell phones and whatever you're doing, your business. It's very normal to do that. And by the way, that's the answer I was looking for.
Yeah.
And I have friends... One particularly that if I have something going on with me, like I got a twitch over here, I got this, I have a pain back here. I get that all the time. They say, that's normal. I get that all the time. And that's what I'm looking for.
Yes.
I don't want to hear some quiet on the other end of the line.
Yeah.
Like, ooh.
Yeah.
I hate that. I hate that. You need the friend who's going to go, my uncle had that.
Everybody does that.
I had blood coming out of my ear yesterday. Oh, yeah, I get that all the time.
Right. Well, two things. I want to let you know the Pepperidge Farm, Campbell's Soup Factory is right across the river over here.
And together? Third team?
Yeah.
I
Pepperidge
know
Farm.
that.
So we're going to have to
smell like tomato.
The other thing, Preston, you want to tell them about your Keurig, mishaps?
Oh, my
the
God.
Keurig.
Dude, my regular thing is to either to forget to put the mug there altogether, or, and I have done this on more than one occasion.
That happens to be a lot.
Upside down.
Oh, no. Really?
He takes it out of the cupboard that way.
I did do it upside down one once. One time I
did it once twice in a row. I was making good.
But did you ever do this?
What?
You get the pod, you put it in the Keurig.
Oh, yeah.
And then you put your coffee cup in the blender.
No. Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
Thank you. I know it's all the time.
Again, there's many distractions.
Yeah, there's a lot of distractions.
A doctor mentioned
But that was a great cup smoothie, I'll tell you that.
Oh, my God. That's excellent.
I wanted to ask, by the way, just a quick one. I know we're wrapping up here because I had forgotten this book. The book came out, I Exaggerate, Brushes with Fame. Your caricature work is amazing in that. But when did the book come out?
Oh, it was about a year and a half ago.
Yeah. And I don't know if you guys have seen.
Yeah.
I mean, there is some of
the Eddie Vedder one
is just amazing.
The more we're talking here, I'm thinking, I'm kind of talented.
A little bit. Put that goddamn milk wherever you want.
Yeah.
Dude, we were going to have a banjo here for you this morning in case he went to get his strung up.
I play the banjo too?
Even more of talent.
I am amazing.
You are.
But
that book is, I'm excited about the book.
Yeah. So do you continue? Is that
I do.
Wherever you are, you're working on it?
Yeah, I like to sketch people on airplanes too when they're sleeping. In fact, the front of the book is a couple pages of that. And but yeah, it's right about a year before the pandemic, I started really putting more time into my caricatures. Growing up, I would just do quick caricatures.
Yeah.
But yeah, there's some of them right there.
Wow.
The Christopher Walken one killed me.
He does not like that one.
He does. I think it's hilarious.
He when he saw it, he goes, because I was going to use it to promote my book. And he goes, under no circumstances can you use this to promote your book. Oh my God, I do impressions. You can use it.
Did you ever hear back from Eddie Vedder? You did him.
He loved his.
Did he? Okay.
Yeah, because finally I got one good one of me.
Oh, that's great. That's great.
Yeah, so that was
There's
fun.
Christopher Walken Preston.
Oh, my God. That's phenomenal. What is the name of the book, Kevin?
It's called I Exaggerate, My Brushes with Fame.
Wow.
Okay, is this oil? Like,
And these are all the people that went on my hikes too.
And by the way, these are not ridiculous caricatures. These have a lot of photorealism in them, but you've augmented features, and that's
Isn't that great?
Insanely talented, Kevin.
Thank you. It's not like the ones you see at Disneyland.
No. What's your favorite sport? And you're holding a huge tennis racket.
Yeah.
Wow. Amazing.
Yeah,
All right.
yeah.
Well, listen, we do have to wrap up. It is such a delight to see you. Thanks for coming by here this morning.
Thank you very much. I'm working on a cure for cancer right now, so I got to get going.
Yeah, we understand. Time's tight on that, please. But Kevin is playing Helium Comedy Club, and like I said, there's 7:30 show tonight, 7 and 9:30 tomorrow, and then on Saturday. Yeah, and then it's the 9:30 show is sold out for Saturday. That's
No.
when they compete.
We're going to do this right.
What?
He's got a show tonight at
The
7:30.
early show is sold out.
Yes,
I do that all the time. Don't worry about it.
Got
That's
a
all right.
7 o'clock and a 9:30 available on Friday. The 7:30 show on Saturday is sold out.
There you go.
But the 9:30 show is still available on Saturday.
Thank you.
Just go to Helium
But
Comedy.
they're going fast.
Yes,
They are going fast for good reason.
Yeah, get them before they're gone. Kevin Nealon, everyone. Thank you. Great to see you. We're going to take a break. We'll be back in a moment, and we'll have a cure for cancer very shortly. Stay with us. They're also likely to swear in front of strangers at 67%, at the dinner table at 63%, and in front of elders at 53%. Fewer are willing to swear in front of kids.
Yes.
Which is 48%, or directly in front of their boss, which is 39%. Casey has no problem with that. We've been sitting there with Joe Bell before, and I've heard Casey like every other word is F.
Yeah.
Just using it as a
can't do
filler,
that.
not an anger.
A sentence enhancer.
Or just like, I can't think of it. It's the effing guy. That, you know. So,
Effing Camp Out for Hunger.
yeah, totally.
See, I would never do that. I can't do that.
In front of
it's easy. It's
Yeah,
real
I
simple.
think maybe in front of Bill, I probably maybe have.
You've called him the C word.
Not to his face though. But I don't think I would ever. That word would never come out of my mouth in front
No,
of Joe.
you're a lady.
No.
And we're going to go to these calls. Thank you guys for calling in. Let me get a couple, and then we're going to get into the curse word replacements, because I have a feeling we're going to find some interesting ones. I'm going to go to Matt. Hey, Matt, good morning.
Hey, morning, everybody.
Hey, what's up, buddy?
Hey, so my girlfriend's from New England. Her family, small town New England, her family doesn't curse that much. I brought her around my family, and my dad, my sister, my brother, every other word out of their mouth is the F-bomb.
All right.
And bring her home. We go back home. She's like, you know, your parents, like, or your family uses the F word like and
I know what you're saying. As this, I can't think of it real quick, so I just throw it in. It's the F and I went down the F and what's it called? You know,
Right.
Yeah, filler word.
Yeah,
Yes.
filler words. Yep, absolutely. And so, did she pick up on that habit at all? Did she start doing it?
I feel as though she definitely has. She curses. She's got a lot more F now.
It's seductive.
Thanks, man.
You know, they've noticed, though, or at least some surveys have indicated, Preston, that an inclination to curse is not what you would think, that it's a sign of someone who is of a lower intellect or not able to communicate effectively, that it's not necessarily a sign that you're, kind of a dummy. It's just the way you choose to illustrate your sentence.
Apparently, it's needed.
Yeah.
Too. We as humans, I've read studies before. We need to do that from time to time. It's actually good for you. It's funny though. I mean, what becomes offensive and what isn't,
Sure.
and why is it offensive? Like, why is the S word offensive or more offensive than saying feces or poop or something like that? That means the exact same thing.
History of Swear World.
I watched a little bit of it.
They went from swear word to swear word. It was on Netflix. Nick Cage was the host of it, and I think they ended with the F-bomb, but they had a whole bunch of other ones in there as well. And it's interesting to learn the history of them, and then why some have more resonance than others, why the F word is the worst of all of them.
Right.
Also, Steve, you talked earlier about, stopping short if Casey's saying mother. Like, I agree with you. Like, there's something very visceral about getting the F sound out and then the CK sound, like
aggressive consonants.
It feels really good to project that out of your body.
Absolutely.
Hang on, let me go to Melanie. She wants to point out something her mom did. Hey, Melanie, good morning.
Hey guys, good morning. Yesterday, my mom was picking up my son from school, and we normally park in this one parking lot. And she sent me a text message at work, and she said, "WTF, the parking lot is full." And I'm like, I was taken back by that because my mom She doesn't say anything bad about anybody. She never curses. I'm the one who curses all the time, so I believe I corrupted my mom.
You've corrupted her. Now, do you believe that she knows what WTF means?
Yeah, we even asked her when she came home. I'm like, do you know what that means? And she's like, yeah, I know what that means. And then I was like, oh, my goodness. And I was like, I'm so sorry I corrupted you. She's like, oh, it's cool. I just didn't say it. And I'm like, I know. And it just reminded me of the movie of The World's End when Simon Pegg's like, what the? I can't say it. What does that mean? And then he ends up saying it. Yeah.
Right. Well, on Modern Family, Phil Dunphy believes it stands for Why the Face.
Why the face? All right, I'm going to go through, and this is what I think is kind of fun, is apparently people like to replace swear words with other words. So they don't seem quite as offensive, and yet they can still, I guess, get the, satisfaction of saying
So we do that a little bit of that limbo on the show to get around. I mean, we'll use abbreviations or other words when we have to. And in many ways, it'll end up sounding worse when you do that.
So I'll start at, you want to start at number one? There's 15 of these. I can
Good.
All right.
Read the effing list.
Start at the top of the list. All right, the number one replacement is fudge or fudge-sicle.
Yeah, all right.
I've never fudged.
I don't use the word fudge. I think it sounds like a child.
If you want a BB gun for Christmas, you say fudge.
I think I said it as a child and not since.
Fudge. Fudge-sicle. Number two is shoot.
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 I used to do a shoot now and then.
Yeah.
When I was a kid,
No, I will still say it because I try not to curse in front of.
As in, are you going to shoot?
No.
Oh my God.
No.
It sounds like a good old boy thing. Shoot.
Shoot.
You coming over later on? Shoot.
Shoot.
Number three. Now this one I will use more is frick or frickin'. Frickin'.
I like just shooting.
Yeah. Well, see, that's
frickin'.
I like frickin'. I mean, friggin'.
Friggin'.
Now,
like
some people
instead of frickin'.
are aghast when you say frigging.
Yeah.
Some people have issues with that.
That's a curse in my house.
What?
Well, it used to be a term for pleasuring yourself.
Oh.
So female pleasuring themselves.
And so it is, to me, and a lot of people read it as one notch off of effing. So frigging is effing
right.
in perception to a lot of people.
Wait, but you're saying that's what it was, and that's why it was
like
considered?
back in the, if you would read, Call Me Madam, Xavier Hollander or whatever,
frigging.
Okay.
To frig is to...
freaking. And freaking was the same as well, to some extent.
Pleasuring yourself.
Yeah,
I don't know about freaking, but...
all of those. All of the above are curses in my house, and we don't say those.
All right, number four is crap. And that's, I've said that forever.
What is it about great sex that makes me have to crap?
Yeah, that's what I got right here.
What is it about good sex that makes me have to crap?
Crap. My dad, and I'd love to hear those that maybe your elders have said over the years. My dad used to say, Jiminy Christmas.
Yeah.
Really?
And that's a replacement for Jesus Christ, right? Anything with JC would be, or Jiminy Crickets or Jiminy Christmas or whatever.
John Cena.
John Cena as well.
JC, yes, that's all.
And I guess there are various
You never
ones.
said that, though, right?
No. And I guess the term like Jesus H. Christ.
Yeah.
You put the H in there, so technically
You're not
saying Jesus Christ.
H-E-double. But crap falls in that. Crap is almost like a warm sweater in the world of cursing. Crap.
Yes.
Crap. As opposed to the more aggressive other curses.
Sweater.
All right, number five is dang.
Again, I'd put that more as a southern.
Yep.
Oh,
you don't know a dang thing, boy. What you doing telling me
dumb
what to
mother.
do over here?
That was like a thing for
What
a
is
little
it
while.
about good sex that makes me have to crap?
What's that, Kath?
That was a thing for a little while with like younger kids.
Dang?
Dang?
Okay.
Yeah.
Instead of damn, right? Because
Yes,
damn.
correct. Yeah.
Number six, most popular curse replacement is heck. I haven't heard heck in a long time.
I might have hecked a few times in elementary school, but then I discovered mother effer.
Then you have darn or darn it. You know, that's pretty standard.
Damn. I would always default to damn.
I think
over
that darn is probably the one of the most soft versions.
It's very benign
of a curse word that you can use.
Yeah.
Then you have number 8 is holy cow.
About holy moly. that in there anywhere?
What you can't say that. Hit the button.
Hit the dump button. Sorry.
Holy moly.
I say holy S a lot.
Yeah.
Oh, God, yeah.
Quite a bit. But holy cow. Number 9 is dang or dang it. We already had dang, didn't we? Yeah, dang was 5.
We're just sitting around drinking with the rest of the guys. 6 rounds bought.
Yeah.
I bought 5.
Dang me.
Groceries and half the rent.
Roger Miller.
$14.27. So dang me.
Dang me. Gotta get a rope and hang me.
High from the highest tree. Woman, would you weep for me?
Wait, I forgot about that.
Woman, would you weep for me?
It's a Tasmanian devil.
The Tasmanian devil. Yeah, back it up a little bit more.
Weep for me.
That was a hit.
Yeah.
Roger Miller, man.
Yeah.
Spokesman of a generation. All right, then you have number 10 is freaking.
Yeah, freaking.
Number 11 is poop.
Freaking.
Say that a fair amount.
Freaking.
Number 12 is fork.
Fork.
Oh, yeah.
Go fork yourself.
Fork yourself.
The good place that Kristen, whatever her name is.
Bell.
Kristen Bell, she can't say, she doesn't realize that she's in heaven.
All the curses come out sounding very benign, yeah.
What the fork?
Number 13, I always hate this one, mother trucker.
No, I hate that as well.
Jackie uses that a lot.
Yeah,
doesn't
that's
he?
why I love it.
Okay. Number 14 is sugar.
I say sugar.
Yeah, you do. And then number 15 is holy smokes.
Those all seem so antiquated.
I know.
Yeah, like
For
Holy
what?
Toledo, that was another one.
Yeah.
I know you Holy Toledo. Yeah.
What was the origin of Holy Toledo?
Is Toledo an especially,
I guess,
pious?
Smokes would be, it's an S word, so it's a replacement for crap, the other word for crap.
Yeah.
S-H-I. So anyway.
You ever do that? You darn C word.
No.
I love that. That's a great idea.
But that was Robin's thing, right? And he would say holy
moly.
But he would just say holy whatever.
Right,
you
holy
know?
antenna farm.
Yeah, okay.
I effed the heck out of her last. Taking the absolute worst and putting next to the most benign ones. That's a great idea. Holy shoot. Let me see here. Hang on a second. I want to go to Lily. Hi, Lily. Good morning.
Hey, good morning, guys.
Hey, what's up, Lily?
So I don't know why I started this. I want to say about a year ago because I'm an F-bomber through and through.
Really?
But for some reason, I started saying, what the Samuel L. Jackson?
That's great.
Well, he's the repository of F words.
Yes.
Yeah.
Without question. What the Samuel L. Jackson is going on here?
I think that works.
Yeah.
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 I do.
Say the whole thing, the whole name. You get
I like the creative ones like that.
Right.
Where people come out. And I can't think of any right now off the top of my head because I heard one not that long ago. That's like, what the Sam Hill is happening
What the
here?
Sam Hill is going on?
Yeah.
We say what the John in my house now because my son's teacher would say that. And they just thought it was like so kind of like nerdy sounding that they now say it. Him and his friends say it as a joke. And I just think it's really funny.
Here's one that we used to jokingly say was either for Pete's sake or for the love of Mike. Where did for the love of Mike come from?
Well,
you ever heard of that?
For the love of God.
Hi,
But
Mike.
why Mike?
That'd be a Mark.
Thanks, Maris. By the way, somebody texted in about that song, and I don't know exactly what they mean, but they said that song made their taint itch.
Oh, yeah. Well, that's a good sign. That's actually.
I don't know if it's good or bad. I can't quite tell if they meant that as a positive or negative.
That's the new 6-7.
Oh, 6-7?
Yeah.
Taint itch.
Yeah.
Okay. We have bizarre file stories. You want them? Here they come.
WMMR presents Preston and Steve's Bizarre File.
Brought to you by Pella Windows and Doors. Other deals might sound bigger, but quality matters. And you can save now at Pella with 40% off installation or 0% APR for 24 months. PellaPhilly.com. So along Italy's Mediterranean coast on this past Thursday, driver Fabio Barone raced across the flight deck of a Navy ship while chasing a world record, which was the fastest car on a boat. Last year, Baroni set the Italian Timekeepers Federation's record on another aircraft carrier in southern Italy, hitting 152 kilometers per hour, about 94.4 miles per hour.
Turns out that it was a mistake.
In Civitavecchia, on the coast near Rome, he aimed to reach at least 99.4 miles per hour and then hit the brakes in time to avoid launching off the deck's so-called ski jump and smashing into the cruise ship that was stationed just for. Engineer Alessandro Tedino said that he wasn't sure the new record was attainable. The ship had been out at sea overnight. The crew emerged in the early morning to find its flight deck was wet. They immediately set drying it. The job finished late by summer sunbeams. And as the Top Gun theme song rang out from the speakers, the carrier's portside elevator lifted his team to the deck where the journalists, naval officers, and VIPs awaited, and a red and black Ferrari SF90. Baroni eased himself into the car, then drove back and forth along the deck several times to warm up the V8 turbo engine. With each pass, he pushed its 1,085 horses harder and harder, and then he placed himself at the far end of the flight deck and awaited for the all clear. It was only 774 feet long. He zipped past the crowd mere seconds later, came to a safe stop, and the detected velocity was 101.9 miles per hour, so he set the record.
So I have to imagine if he were to use one of the electric race cars, he could achieve a higher speed because their ability to get up to a higher speed is quicker.
Yeah, they have more torque from what I understand. So the new speed record on a ship was set. His team will now submit the certified results to Guinness World Records. An 11-year-old boy in China was hospitalized after doing homework for 14 hours straight under his parents' watchful eyes.
Sounds like me in school.
The boy, known only as Ling Ling, studied from 8 a.m. to 10 p.m. without any breaks at his family's home. By 11 p.m., he became upset and developed fast breathing, dizziness, headaches, and numbness in his arms and legs. His worried parents rushed him to the hospital. Doctors diagnosed him with breathing problems caused by hyperventilation from emotional stress. He was fitted with a breathing mask and told to regulate his breathing. This type of condition can cause chest tightness, difficulty breathing, dizziness, and numbness throughout the body. And in severe cases, can be life-threatening if not treated quickly. The hospital said their pediatric emergency department treated more than 30 kids with similar symptoms just in August, which is 10 times more than usual.
When I was in school, I was always in the peak of health because I didn't do any work.
By the way, the main causes were academic pressure, exam anxiety, and too much phone use. So that was a direct result of that. Police in Japan have arrested a 57-year-old for a rash of fire hose nozzle thefts.
What's going on here?
The arrest took place when the man was caught attempting to steal a fire hose nozzle in Kanami Town. The man admitted to the charges but remains in custody as police investigate similar thefts of 81 nozzles throughout the eastern part of the prefecture.
Is this because they're made out of copper?
A search, some kind of scrap metal. So a search of places connected to the suspect revealed the stash of roughly 50 other fire hoses. They then began to check surveillance cameras in victimized areas and found footage of him taking a nozzle in another part of Kanami earlier that month. And this led to his rearrest. So fire hoses are often kept under unlocked boxes, near hydrants, and it makes them easy targets for people who don't mind putting people's lives at serious risk for a little hunk of metal worth about $8 as scrap metal. But police are currently trying to link him and dozens of nozzles to the many other thefts that took place and uncover his motives. So here's the interesting twist on it. It happens that a separate series of thefts involving 57 fire hose nozzles occurred in Hiroshima Prefecture earlier this year. The suspect there admitted to selling the nozzles for money, but he also wasn't hanging on to his nozzles like this guy was. This guy that sold them recently kept them. He was not selling them.
He was a nozzle hoarder.
Maybe so.
A douche nozzle.
A douche nozzle. I haven't heard that one in a while. All right, and then finally, we'll do one more story, and let's end with this one. In Sweetwater, Texas, a suspicious DoorDasher accidentally uncovered a hostage situation that was in progress.
Wow.
The unidentified delivery driver called police after making a delivery to the motel room of Neil Cooper. Witnesses alleged Cooper's delivery consisted of items like trash bags, zip ties, bleach, and a hatchet.
Oh, geez. How's that not going to draw suspicion?
And other items that could lead one to think that something nefarious was at play, though a statement from police didn't confirm this. When police arrived, Cooper allegedly refused to exit and advised that he was armed and a hostage was found to be in the room.
Oh, and here's your copy of A Dummy's Guide to Kidnapping.
That hostage was able to escape the room, and Cooper was quickly arrested and charged. The hostage was also arrested on an outstanding warrant as well. And there you go. That's where we're going to wrap up with the bizarre file for you at this point in time. We'll take a break. We'll get back. We got stuff to give away with the lesson question. Also got some trash and music news to share with you, too. So coming back in a sec. Stay there.
He was the patriarch of the Brady family.
For the love of Mike.
You didn't know Mike. You didn't know God's name was Mike?
And we would say for the sake of Pete instead of for Pete's sake, and we would say for Mike's love.
What about gosh diggity dang it?
Gosh diggity dang it.
Yeah, that was an elaborate one.
I don't say it, but I do like when other people say shut the front door.
Yeah.
I'm always like, yeah, that's a good one.
It was overused for a little while.
Yeah.
But the first few times you heard it was like,
you led me down a path.
Shut the
You are
front door.
such a darn C word.
You little C.
You are a little CC.
All right. Well, anyhow, we in Philadelphia are in fourth place for most cursing city in the entire country. I apologize to everybody who's been on
There's so
hold.
many.
But we didn't get a chance to go to. There was a lot of information to go through. So thank you for your calls.
You, Larry.
One more time.
You, Larry.
Larry. All right, listen, we do need to take a break because we got money to give away.
We do. We have to give. That's the only reason we're having to dump out on these calls because we have money to give away.
Yep, we got Yoo-Hoo Loot coming up, so we're going to break. We're going to come back with Yoo-Hoo Loot, and we're also going to find out how if you are with a business and you want to be a contender, for our biggest prize at the Camp Out for Hunger, other than being a great donator. We'll get some details on that when we return as well. Stay with us. We'll be back in a moment. Kathy had a story about sending a text, I think, that you wanted to share with us, right?
Yeah. So it was, somebody sent me a text, and it was, somebody that I am friendly with, like not like one of you guys where, if we the type of text messages that we send each other. But I needed to drop something off to this person. And I, basically was saying, I apologize. I had COVID, was stuck in the house. I'm going to, get this stuff to you. And so he says, well, how are you feeling? What I wanted to text him was that I got, and I've said this to you guys, COVID kicked my ass. I got my ass kicked, What I sent him was that I got my ass licked.
I got my ass licked.
And
how you feeling? Well, I got my ass
Pretty good. I got my ass licked.
Oh, and it's all worth it.
I mean, it was kind of bad at the beginning, but once the ass licking started, it turned for the better.
I mean, I've heard of rim jobs before.
Wow.
I mean, fully changed the, I guess it auto-corrected to licked, and I didn't realize, sent it, and then, I didn't, hear back, so, and I went back and pulled up my text and looked, and I was like, oh, my God. Oh, God, what do I do? And then I just put kicked and sent that and just didn't say anything else.
And no response back, or
no, he didn't really address it.
Kathy,
he just
there's
said,
someone on the phone for you.
no, he just said, no worries, whenever you feel better.
Was that an invitation? Because I would like to follow through on that.
So this is just more of just an acquaintance, right?
Listen,
professional.
Yes, yeah.
Professional ass licker?
No, I mean, you know them more on a professional level as opposed to a personal level?
Yeah, they own a business, and I go to the business and purchase.
Why would she mention she had her ass licked?
Oh, my God.
I don't understand.
Santa's coming over right now.
My mouth is pretty moist. I could do that.
Oh, God, ew. Oh, God.
There are some things that are absolutely astonishing as when you listen, that you wrote kicked. I'm sure I
did.
Right. So why is that not perceived as an actual word? I've had it happen.
I think they were just trying to pull a fast one on you.
Yeah.
I think technology was like a
ass licked. Yeah, it's built into the algorithm.
The autocorrect feature is bizarre, though. I don't know. My mom sent me a text right before Christmas, and she wrote, I bought Ben some ski dicks from Buckman's and a U.S. National Parks wall map and push pins. And then her follow-up text was, Good God. That is ski socks. Ski socks.
Do you ever put your feet in a nice pair of dicks?
But I'm sure my mom felt the same way as you, Kath. It was just like, and at least it was to me, not to like, you know,
Right,
a
right,
minister
exactly.
or whatever.
Yeah, I
And
don't
a lot
think
of
that
it,
was
though,
an-
is just like, why? Why is it changing to
Well,
that?
my question is, if it is a legitimate word, legitimate in the context of the sentence, what makes it change it? I've had it.
Yeah.
I think she probably accidentally misspelled it, and you didn't notice. And it went to
well,
licked instead
K
of
and
kicked.
L are right next to each other, and Nick, as far as ski dicks are concerned,
yes.
D and S are right next to each other, as is the O and the I. So I think there's a most likely on your end of things, Nick, that was a misspelling and not an autocorrect. Because why would they autocorrect from socks to dicks?
Thanks for checking in. Would you like to lick my ass?
It licked my ass.
Oh my God.
That's great.
Great to hear from you.
You would. I thought you were going to go somewhere else with this story because last Thursday I got a message from a friend of mine who works at Headstrong Foundation, and he was letting me know that that a friend of mine is going to receive some financial
Ski dicks.
No, some financial assistance for his daughter who is suffering from cancer.
Mm-hmm.
And I thought I was responding to somebody else when I wrote LOL to this guy when he's telling me about.
No.
Oh, jeez.
Yes. So I go, he's like, he's going to get
That's
this.
hilarious.
Yeah.
Cancer.
Laugh out loud.
That is funny.
And I was like, oh my God, how do I? And I was like, no, I mean, it was totally meant for somebody else. And I can't find out who I was trying to say LOL to, but I can't believe I responded.
I mean, at this point, I think everyone, even the best person with the greatest amount of accuracy has experienced that mistake. That whether you're misspelling and it turns to lick or whatever, or the an emoji that's an incorrect emoji that you didn't want to hit, but it is you. When
the
it
laughing
happens,
emoji.
you're like, oh my God, and you almost mentally try to reach out and pull it back, but you can't.
Hey, what does this mean? Somebody texted in and said swipe keyboard or regular tapping keyboard?
Oh, so with the swipe keyboard, you can just basically keep your finger on the keyboard the entire time and not lift up.
Oh, and it sort of helps you spell out words, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah, and then tap is just like the regular.
Do you have that option on an iPhone?
Yes, you do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh.
Where you can just keep your finger and move from letter to letter.
And if you pause long enough, it will.
I don't
generate
use it.
or.
Yeah, I've attempted it. I've tried it, but I'm so used to the other way that I just keep doing it the other way.
It's the number one preference for salad tossers, Preston.
I really need to use. I need to use voice to text more often.
Me too.
I don't trust it.
That makes mistakes
Yeah,
too.
that's-
I know it makes mistakes,
Yeah.
but if I do have to write a fairly voluminous amount, a longer one, I'd rather dictate it and then go back and maybe fix the mistakes.
I'm very good at that, and I make sure that I include all the appropriate punctuation.
Yeah,
which
you gotta do
drives
that.
me
Right.
crazy.
Sure.
You know what annoys me about that, though, is if you stop in the middle of a sentence just to gather your thoughts and then you start again, it starts with a capital letter. So then there'll be a capital letter in the middle of the sentence, and I can't send that.
Well, do you know
It
what
annoys
works,
me.
Kathy? If you can, first write it longhand, then type it, then print it.
Pierre loves voice to text, and he likes to voice to text while he's driving. And Pierre has a tendency to sometimes be a bit long-winded.
No.
And so his texts are also long-winded.
And so the year is 1983.
Oh, is that what that is?
Yeah, I
Okay.
wrote him a nice text on Friday. I thought he had a great show, and I was just like, "Hey man, it was really cool to listen. I was in the car a lot. I got to listen to a lot of your show. It was awesome." And he didn't respond, which is also fine with Pierre. And then he wrote back yesterday, and it was like 6 paragraphs long. And I'm like, okay, yeah, it was nice of him to respond. It's just
Will we ever forget the tragedy of the Donner Party?
What? The problem with me and voice to text is I can't think of what I want to say as I'm saying it.
I mess it up too.
I'm like,
That's what I mean. And then
so
you want to
here
pause.
is the thing. I would like to say to you these words, and I'm like,
Well, so it gives you the option to review it.
I know,
Right?
I know.
Yeah.
But just when I'm typing it out, I know exactly what I want to say. But when I'm
My
saying
friend
it,
sends the voice
Would you
messages.
be interested in licking my butt?
It licked my butt.
Damn it! It said.
So my friend sends those voice like where it's just like you can just talk and then it.
Todd Glass did that for Casey last week, and he did it for a reason. I forget what it was, but your voicemail was full or something like that. So he sent you voice text.
Yeah, I guess my voice. I don't have my voice.
Do you get that from anybody?
I have just a handful, but not any regularity.
But I'm not good at sending back then. Like when I send it back, I'm talking like I'm doing voice to text,
right.
But it's just like a regular message.
Hi, this is Kathy. I was busy. I couldn't get your call. I was inviting a stranger to lick my ass.
Kath, who were you texting this, by the way? I forget.
That I got my ass
licked. Yeah.
Yeah, it was somebody. I have some things I need to drop off at this business, and it was the business owner.
It's so funny though, and it's Kathy, the abject terror you experience when that happens. It's like
WMMR, the song that wouldn't go away. That is definition of a one-hit wonder right there.
Yeah.
7 Mary 3, the band. Cumbersome. 16 minutes after 10. It is Thursday morning on the Preston and Steve Show. Reminder, Casey's going to be in Delco today for No Sad Brew Happy Hour. It's an appearance from 4 to 6 at 2SP Brewing on Concord Road in Aston. And chance for a 4-pack of Flyers tickets, a case of No Sad Brew, cool merch, gift card, and proceeds from No Sad Brew benefit this year's Camp Out for Hunger, of course. So stop by. Again, it's on Concord Road in Aston.
Okay, you want me to do a little count?
Thank you.
Yeah.
And Casey will be there today from 4 till 6. So stop by and see him at 2SP. And try the beer. It's fantastic. We have a lesson question all set and ready to go for you. We are going to give away a pair of 4-pack of tickets to Adventure Aquarium, if you can answer this question correctly. Which character from Revenge of the Nerds should be part of the inspiration for the next actor to play James Bond? Which character? All right, 610-660-9333 is the number. Which character from Revenge of the Nerds should be part of the inspiration for the next actor to play James Bond? If you heard that around 7 o'clock this morning, you qualify. Call right now. We'll see if you get the answer correct. And while you're calling in, we're going to fire this up.
The trash business is a gold mine. 93.3 WMMR with Preston and Steve's Hollywood Trash.
Which is brought to you by Worldwide Stereo. Luxury meets innovation at Worldwide Stereo's all-new Experience Center, and that's in Wayne. Explore statement audio, framed art TVs, and cinematic tech in a stunning space. WorldwideStereo.com/Wayne. What's going on this morning, Steve?
Well, Preston, the ABC series 911 getting skewered online for a promotional teaser that appears to show their first responders dealing with a meteor shower. Series creator Ryan Murphy is responding, saying that if you don't believe first responders routinely train for meteor showers, then you are pretty insightful.
Oh, my God.
Machine Gun Kelly is finally explaining why he recently got massive blackout tattoos to cover up his existing ink. Kelly says he finally wanted the thrill of wearing black without having to use a lint brush.
Hey!
And finally, former childhood entertainers Wade Robson and James Safechuck suing the Michael Jackson estate for $400 million. Since many members of the Jackson family have passed away, a legal team has been secured by Bubbles the Chimp. And that's your Hollywood Trash.
All right, we got a prize. Somebody gets this right. What character from Revenge of the Nerds should be part of the inspiration for the next actor to play James Bond? And we are going to Owen to see if we can get an answer. Hi there, Owen. Yoo-hoo! Owen, do you know which character from Revenge of the Nerds we speak of?
Booger.
We've got Bush.
Yep, hang on, buddy. Got yourself a 4-pack of tickets to Adventure Aquarium. Discover fall's magical illumination at Fantastic Pumpkin Glow with glittering gourds of all shapes, sizes, and species at Adventure Aquarium. Get tickets at adventureaquarium.com.
Now, Preston and Steve's Music News on 93.3 WMMR.
Brought to you this morning by Maple Grove Raceway, Outlaws Unfinished Business. Coming to Maple Grove Raceway this Friday and Saturday. You can get your tickets now at maplegroveraceway.com or at the gate. So I have 2 stories to pass by you. Actually, you know what? I'll do 3. So Oasis released a stripped-down acoustic version of Morning Glory from their upcoming 30th anniversary deluxe edition of What's the Story Morning Glory.
So was the music stripped down, or were they naked when they recorded?
It's the music that's stripped down. The 30th anniversary edition, due October 3rd, will feature 5 newly recorded acoustic versions, including Cast No Shadow, Wonderwall, Champagne Supernova, and Acquiesce. And they will be in addition to Morning Glory Unplugged. The original 1995 album has sold over 22 million copies globally and is the UK's third biggest selling studio album of all time. The release coincides with Oasis' massive reunion tour following their recent North American leg, with upcoming shows in South Korea, Japan, Australia, Argentina, Chile, and Brazil as well.
Think any new music comes out of this tour?
Out of this tour? Probably.
Yeah,
probably.
It's going, except for that one fatality at the O2 Arena, right? That's where it occurred. I think everything has been pretty smooth.
Yeah, I think this will motivate them to get back in the studio.
Speaking of fatalities, did you hear that somebody was killed at a Fish concert last week? Over the weekend?
No.
Yeah. So they were playing in Hampton, Virginia, and apparently the story that I had heard was where they do the outdoor markets called Shakedown Street, but apparently somebody was trying to steal off of somebody in Shakedown Street, and they started like either macing or bear spraying them, and somebody came over and stabbed that dude.
Wow.
Yeah.
This
is that a Fish concert?
Super mellow place.
Yeah.
That's wild.
Crazy.
Ghost was forced to cancel their first of 3 scheduled Mexico concerts at Palacio de los Deportes on Tuesday after frontman Tobias Forge contracted food poisoning. The Swedish cult rockers announced that Forge, who performs, of course, his masked character Papa V Perpetua during their current tour, was unable to perform due to his illness.
I don't feel so good.
The band assured fans that their remaining 2 shows scheduled for yesterday and Thursday would proceed as planned. Fans who purchase tickets online receive automatic refunds, while those who bought tickets at Ticketmaster outlets can request refunds starting tomorrow.
I won't be able to perform this evening. Oh, my God!
The Mexico City shows are part of Ghost Skeletor Tour.
Oh, that's cool.
Skeletor. World Tour, supporting their 6th studio album, Skeleta, which hit number 1 on the Billboard 200 chart earlier this year with 86,000 equivalent album sales sold in its first week. And then finally, I want to mention that Ray Koob, I'd said this just a little while ago, is going to be appearing at the Excite Center at Parks Casino tomorrow in Bensalem to host The Revivalist, presented by WMMR.
Such a good band.
Excellent band, a lot of great songs, really cool guys. You can visit parkscasino.com for ticket info. Go check out Ray. Give him some love when he gets up on stage. And you can also go to WMMR.com/events and find out about the information about contests and concerts like that and more. So that is all I have in music news. That means we have one final break to take. We'll come back in a moment. Letter of the day, word of the week prize. I believe we have Sarah Parker for Pierre today. So we will chat with her and move along. Stay there. We'll be right back.
It doesn't matter when you've done it, especially on that level. How many times it happens constantly. I forget who I told I loved dearly and used the nickname I use, Spooky or something that I use on my wife. the question mark came back, and I'm like, oh no.
Son of a bitch.
Because, my big mistake is that I don't look. All right, so I texted, and then I got 1 or 2 texts from the time that text occurred, so that Claire is no longer the top person on my text chain, and so I'm responding now to whoever was last in, and I always make that mistake.
What sucks is when you are, you get a word wrong, and then you type what you think is the correct word, fixing it, and you have typed an incorrect word again.
Yes.
And if you do that 2 or 3 times, it's like, what the hell
and then that
is happening?
That becomes the default sometimes. If you type it enough, the bad spelling, the incorrect spelling becomes the default for what they think.
And it
the phone
does,
thinks,
and then you got to break that nightmare. I would think a lot of times, and then it'll give you, and then you have to, X out of the word that's popping up. I'm like, no!
I hate that. Especially if you're using curse words. And I understand why curse words are going to come up as incorrect, because you don't want to accidentally send that to someone who doesn't need to be seeing
By
that,
the way,
or
though,
you don't intend to see that.
They should put that. They should put curses in, or allow you to put curses in.
Well, I mean, listen, you can, if you wanted to, when you do like the abbreviated keyboard or whatever.
Yeah.
So
you can change ducking.
You can change ducking, or like if you just wanted to, like, okay, if I type the letters FFF, it's just going to turn into
Forget you, Dad.
Forget you, Dad.
It's going to turn into what?
Whatever you want it to be. So, like, for instance.
Oh, I see what you're saying.
So
you're setting up a code. Okay.
I send my wife a text every single morning, and it's the same thing. And when she's mad at me, she goes, "Oh, thanks a lot for doing the quick text." But if I just type in the letters I, that comes up, and it just says, "Good morning, I love you so much."
Okay.
You know what I mean? So you can do that, like if you typed, but you know, it's
Lick
called
my butt.
You can do a shortcut where, you know, if you want to say FU, if you just type in the letters FF or FFF or whatever.
Where do you go set that up?
You got to go to settings, keyboard, shortcuts.
Eat a bag of sticks.
But I do that for like my address, right? Rather than typing my address out every single time when I need to do that, I just type in the letters of my house or the numbers of my house, and my address comes right up.
That's cool.
By the way, here's a text that says, I use voice to text so often that sometimes I accidentally dictate punctuation when I'm leaving a voicemail. So I'll be like, "Hi, John, comma." And I'll actually say that leaving a voicemail.
I haven't gotten that bad, but I've done fairly lengthy texts with the speech app, and it works well.
Yeah.
But I mean, it does. You do have to be on your game. You can't slip up once, because if you go through a 3 or 4 sentence thing and you screw up, then you got to start from the beginning. You can't jump in again and fix the part that's wrong.
By the way, here's a text that says, "Hi, I wanted to RSVP for the ass licking party."
Polite.
Kathy, is there room left?
Stop it.
How did you beat COVID? Well, I used an unconventional treatment.
It's very unconventional.
The trick is finding a doctor willing to do it.
Casey, I think you saw the guy that's the president of that club down the shore this past summer. He had a big white truck and sat on the back.
Yeah, I eat A.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
Oh, yeah. Yep.
I was like, where are you going with this one?
All right. Well, that sounds like it was fun for the recipient, Kathy.
Yeah, that was super fun.
that took place.
Well, maybe you'll see them in some sort of professional function, you know.
Much, Kathy. Well, if you guys didn't know, Kathy had the Rona. She got past it, but there are some lingering effects, and a lot of people have dealt with this lack of taste thing.
Would it be safe to say that it licked her ass?
I think it licked her ass. Now, if you don't know about that, she had texted someone that it kicked her ass and accidentally typed in licked her ass. And this wasn't a close personal friend either. It was more of a casual relationship. And
I love it.
Took it to another level. But so your sense of taste, at what point? Because listen, when you get a cold, when you get the flu, it's standard that happens, but it doesn't linger afterwards. So did this happen at the onset of symptoms, or did this happen later on?
No, so I was like a few days into having COVID, and I had congestion too. So, you know, sometimes, like you said, like if you have congestion, you have a cold or whatever, like, taste won't be there. So that's what I kept telling myself. I was like, no, I think it's that, because there was like a little bit still there. So I'm like, maybe it's just the congestion, like normal, and I'm not really losing my taste. No. And then flash forward, now we're a few weeks in, and my taste is, I would say my taste is like 0 to 10%. I don't know. Maybe today I'll see.
Yeah.
I thought maybe at one point it was coming back. I had yellow mustard. I told you guys this, but I don't know if it was like whatever. I don't know. Whatever.
You don't know if it was like the spices in the mustard,
right,
that,
exactly.
as opposed to its actual flavor.
Yeah.
It's like, it's nothing you would be able to compare it to in life. I mean, it's such
So
a unique
weird.
thing to have happen.
Yeah.
And so for the most part, people have what they call the long Rona, still, even they eventually get their taste back, but it can be a while.
God,
I've seen stories of people that have gone like a year without having taste. My grandmother, this was a long time ago, went years a loss of taste.
Is that right? What
and
caused
then
it?
It just came back.
Right.
I don't know. We never found out.
And now she's a food critic.
No, she's dead.
Oh, okay.
But anyway, she couldn't taste anything. and then it just came back around one
I
day.
mean, what's weird here, and not to like sound too alarming here, but there is something cerebral going on there, which is like a little bit scary, don't you think?
So I heard a doctor talk about it and why, and it all stems from the nose and like the blood vessels that are in the nose.
The nose.
And again, I just watched like a quick video, so hopefully that's accurate. But that's what he was saying, and like my sense of smell, I think I have a little bit of it. Like I would say maybe like 25%. Like if I stick my nose in something, I might be able to identify.
Well, they go
it.
hand in hand.
Yeah.
I mean, so your olfactory senses inform your taste to some degree. I don't know what the percentage is.
Hey, if you were going to lick someone's ass, now is the
Yeah.
time to do it.
No,
Kathy.
It's the time to do it.
We can give away mixed martial arts
do
tickets.
All right, so what we've decided to do, and actually it was Kathy's idea, we're going to do a taste test this morning of some various things and see if she can identify. Now they have various consistencies to them, so that might be a clue into what you might be tasting. But nonetheless, we want to see if you can identify. And some of these things are very strong flavors. You know, we're not throwing anything.
All right.
You're not going to taste anything effed up. We're
Yeah,
not
like
doing
toilet water.
Yeah, we're not doing that.
You wouldn't
It's
know
all
what that tastes
legit.
like anyway.
It's all edible, and
Or
you'll
like,
be fine.
Is there a
like
chance?
foot shavings?
Yeah,
None
foot
of
shavings.
that.
No,
nothing
Is there a
gross.
chance that this might, because of the wide variety to her palate, is it possible this might kickstart your taste back up?
Ooh.
Possibly?
Listen, I also read a lot about that. People trying to do that using like pepper, and there was another thing where if you like burn an
A burnt orange.
peel,
Carter told me about it yesterday. He's like, "Ooh, there's this thing," and I saw it, and I was like, "Really?" And he goes, He goes, "Hang on." He looks at me, and he goes, "Oh, it's not real. Never mind."
Not real.
Yeah,
like people were trying it, but there's no scientific evidence that it works.
All right.
Hang on, let me go to Steve real quick. Steve lost his taste. Hey, Steve, how you doing?
Hey, how you guys doing?
All right, buddy. So, did you have Corona?
Yes, last year.
Okay, and how long has it been since you've been able to taste anything?
Over 400 days.
400 days.
Now, Steve, let me ask you a question because you're not necessarily eating for taste anymore. Have you lost?
I am anger eating.
Yep.
Yeah,
Anger eating.
All right,
I
so
get it.
have you lost any weight as a result, or nothing's changed?
You know what? Everybody says, "Oh, you must have lost so much weight." I lost some in the beginning. I lost a lot. But I have, as time goes on, I'm just anger eating. I'll buy Reese's Cups and I'll be like, damn it, I'm going to taste these Reese's Cups. And I don't.
Steve, do you feel, and you're like constantly searching for it, right? Like you constantly, you're like, okay, let me try this. Maybe there'll be a little bit there.
Yeah, and the only thing is I have had twinges of, like if somebody has like a lemon cookie or a lemon cupcake, I might get like the taste of lemon with the first bite, and then everything it's gone. Like there's just nothing.
Steve, so this would not affect though your hunger, right? Hunger is.
Oh no, of course not.
Yeah,
of course not.
Yeah,
that's the best part of the whole thing.
Yeah.
You still have to eat. You just have no joy in any of it. I'm like I always say it's like Captain Barbossa in Pirates of the Caribbean. They just want to watch Keira Knightley eat because they have no joy.
Right. They can't experience. Well, but look. I mean, statistically, it you should get a return, and there's no guarantee it's going to be anytime soon. But man, my heart goes out to you.
I've tried the other things. Like my wife has been getting me to try this smell therapy where you smell coffee grinds, you smell oranges, you smell.
But they say that takes like years to actually kick in and work because it's
His latest from Ghost, and we were digging on that song. Ghost, as metal as they are, sometimes can be a little bit more on the melodic side. That had a lot of crunch in it.
Well, I think both you and I had the same impression when Ghost first came on the scene. They were kind of poised to be a real, super dark, crunchy, and that's not what they are.
Yeah, by the way, Sarah, how do you pronounce the title of that song?
Lacrima.
Lacrima.
Yeah.
All right, Lacrima, and that is Ghost on MMR. I would like to take this moment to thank our guests we had on the program today. Catherine Ott-Lovell, the president and CEO of the Philadelphia Visitor Center, popped on real quick to let us know about the Save the Light Show campaign at the Wanamaker building. And so they are trying to hang on to that beloved light show that hopefully has been a part of your family's tradition for the past several years. It's the Dickens Village, and They need to raise money in order to keep it around for the long haul. It's set to go this year, but they are doing today specifically because it is 3 months exactly from Christmas today. It blows my mind.
Unbelievable.
So they're doing a 12/25, December 25th, 12/25 campaign where they're asking people to donate just $12.25 to help save this light show. And you can do that through SaveTheLightShow.org. So if this is part of your family tradition or you just want to see it carried on in Philadelphia, donate $12.25 if you can, or more if you like to. So if you would like to, so go for that. Then we had a great conversation with Kevin Nealon.
Yeah.
Helium Comedy Club tonight 7:30, Friday at 7:30, 9:30, and then Saturday at 9:30. The early show is sold out. I finally got that right, Casey.
Yes, you did.
Heliumcomedy.com. That was one of the best conversations we've ever had with Kevin. He's always a great guy.
He's terrific, man.
Today was a lot of fun.
Yeah.
It was really cool to have him on. And yes, Sarah Parker is indeed in for Pierre Robert today.
Good morning.
Good morning.
The internet is such a funny thing. You were talking about Tobias from Ghost having to cancel that show because of food poisoning.
Yeah.
And then we just played the new song from them. I caught that post that was canceling the show, the statement that was canceling the show, like not long. It was like posted within an hour. I caught it on Instagram. And just to be funny, I dropped some lyrics in the comments from a new song about like something about your insides, my core is twisting and bending, that sort of thing. So he had food poisoning. So not to make light of it, but I was like, this is relevant.
Yeah.
I thought it might get a couple replies. It got thousands of likes.
No kidding.
And I spend a lot of time on posts that will get like a couple hundred. And this stupid lyrical reference.
This is your wheelhouse now. You and Nick Murphy, and you have your company where you're doing stuff like this and trying to get promotional traction.
Breakdown Media, yes.
Yes. Again, what's the name of it?
Breakdown Media.
So it is the elusive thing about it all. You can put into place things to really sort of help you get that goal, but it is really a crapshoot.
It's never a guarantee. And I even had someone I was talking to the other day, I'm trying to help them create content, and they literally said, I want to go viral. And I said, good luck.
Yeah.
You cannot engineer it. You can never engineer it.
You can't.
You can try, but you can't guarantee. No way. Wow. All right. Well, listen, Sarah, we need to get a letter from you for the word of the week. I know you can guarantee that.
Yes, I can.
All right, here we go.
Preston and Steve on 93.3 WMMR.
Now, the Daily Letter.
And the Preston and Steve show has been brought to you today by the letter
A, as in alluring.
All right, and we now have one more letter to go. And then we give away the prize tomorrow. $500 gift card to the Jug Handle Inn, Route 73, Cinnamons in New Jersey. And it's all about good times and amazing food. You can stop by today and catch all the games at the Jug Handle Inn. And you can enjoy their famous award-winning wings, monster burgers, salads, nachos, and so much more. And you can also order online at thejughandleinn.com. So we'll give that away tomorrow. So you're in today and tomorrow for Pierre.
Yes, that's correct.
What's happening today?
Today we've got workforce blocks at high noon. We will do Led Zeppelin to honor John Bonham. The anniversary of his passing. So we will celebrate Bonzo. We'll also hear from 3 Days Grace and the Black Crowes, and we'll see what else we can get into. As always, you can get in touch, 610-660-9333.
Make sure you give Sarah your undivided attention. You shall have a good time today. I want to thank our sponsors, Preston and Steve Show, brought to you today by Dunkin', and the Preston and Steve Show runs on Dunkin'. Also brought to you by Acme Markets, Fresh Foods, Local Flavors, and by Sun East Federal Credit Union, rising above, going beyond. Don't forget, Nick McWayne tonight. Where are you?
Fireside in Ambler. I did this one last year. It's a ton of fun. We're going to have tickets for the Eagles-Broncos game, which is on the 5th of October, and we're at Fireside Bar and Grill. It's 1211 South Bethlehem Pike. It's with our friends at Bud Light. Bud Light drafts are only $3.50, and then $4 Bud Light aluminum. So 7 p.m. to 9 p.m. tonight, Fireside Bar and Grill in Ambler, PA.
And then leading up to that, you want to do the full tour, go by and see Casey.
That's right. Pre-game with me at 2SP Brewing on Concord Road in Aston. I will be there from 4 to 6 p.m. and, come and hang out, maybe win some Flyers tickets, but definitely you can donate to a good cause just by buying No Sad Brew.
Love it. Tomorrow on the program, check in at 6 ABC, No Sad Bro. We'll do the Connoisseur and more. So that is it. We are done. Rage on. Have a great day. We'll see you tomorrow, friend. Bye-bye.